ridiculous amounts of DNA all over the scene.
So
You
that's
get what I'm saying?
so that's one thing. So one thing I learned the other day I thought was pretty insane. So when you get a bone marrow donation, your body produces I believe it's blood cells. It produces the other person's DNA in the person's blood. Although the saliva, the hair, and the bone and whatnot is all theirs, in their blood for some reason they can find that other person's DNA, like genetic code and material and shit. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that
Whoa,
wild,
that's
man?
crazy.
It's like you're like I mean, like you start producing
I
when you get
believe
that
it
blood
was
transfusion.
like
It's like what, like on a bone marrow. It's just like what the fuck, like
it's like one of them things where I just go, "Oh, show me that." But it's still like I believe it, but I just it's crazy to even understand how they find that.
it's
You know
wild
what
that
I mean? Like
they
when it
did.
comes to science that specific. Like I watched a show the other day. It was it was just about like going through like a lot of suspect evidence and like the way that they convict people of crimes, and like they were going over like cadaver dogs, bro. They were
Mm-hmm.
doing research that shows cadaver dogs only hit like 50% of the time, bro. And there's people that are serving life off of cadaver dogs. Then like touch DNA. Touch DNA is another one, where
Yeah.
basically like you transfer your DNA over what you touch besides your fingerprint,
Yep.
other things,
Yep.
follicles or whatever. And of course, cell phone bings.
Yeah.
That's always the cell phone
Yep.
things. That's another thing that's been proven. Like, no,
All these things,
if it's
bro.
not 99%, you can't use it.
Yeah. Same thing with arson. Arson detectives. Uh, bite mark evidence.
Blood spatter.
Blood spatter. All those, man. All those are all very, and they're all. I think the correct term is admissible in court, so you can use it in court.
Right.
To prosecute someone. I remember the big thing they were talking about was with cadaver dogs. I remember this. There was one particular case. The dog smelled the person's clothes obtained that they say was retrieved, and the dog got a hit on this person's odor apparently. And the big argument against it was that okay, cool, but the dog can't testify in court, whereas like there's still no body,
Right.
whereas with a drug sniffing dog, that leads to some physical evidence. You find coke on this person, but this dog took a hit on this guy, and then there's no other physical evidence for this one particular person, and was able to prosecute on
That
it
don't make
alone.
no sense.
But
even on top of the drug dog, right? I've seen things where literally canine police officer, bro, was on there saying like just like you can train a dog to find drugs, I can train a dog to pretend he found drugs.
Yep.
They all
Yeah.
have some type of signal that tells the dog to signal off no matter what. So I can always illegally search it. Now, is that right or wrong if I find 5 kilos in your car? Should I be able to like finagle the law if I do find something like that? Most people would say yes. But that's why I got into that big argument with Brian, right?
Yeah.
Because like, just like people say, oh, you let them take your AR, then they take your pistol. It's the same exact thing. You let them get that little bit of thing that they're not supposed to have. They're just going to keep taking more and more and more.
Yeah.
I don't care if listen. Man, I always get backfired from when I say this. It reminds me of the Gary thing, where I just always go to the extreme to try and prove the point, where it's like, it doesn't matter if there's a kidnapping victim in that car. You need probable cause, bro. You need probable cause. That woman needs to be showing distress, trying to signal, get an Amber Alert. You can't just say, oh, there's a woman missing and this person that, these two drug addicts, they look like two drug addicts in this car. I'm going to take a chance,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And that's the big problem, is that it's a very fine line. And when we start toying with this thing of like, okay, oh, you let them overstep their boundary, or at the end of the day, I have my rights and what's legal,
right?
And what they have to. And that comes into the whole argument with the whole police brutality, police shooting type of argument, where it's like at the end of the day, these people are supposed to see their day in court. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cases, whatever, but I mean, that's how the system's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? That's how when you let these types of things, go through, you know what I'm saying? Like you say it all the time, the worst people are the ones who watch evil and do nothing. I mean, it's just like we had to stand up for ourselves. At the end of the day, you have to stand up for you as a human because we are more than just American citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Us
We're more
as
than we're
humans,
exactly, you
not
know?
you as a human, right?
Exactly.
Us as humans.
Exactly. You know? I mean, that's at the end of the day,
Why
it's
we're not showing on here?
hate to say it, but it's us versus them. I got okay,
Oh
man.
shit. Okay.
At the end of the day, it's us versus them. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, this is why, like, I get really annoyed because, yeah, I typically have left leaning politics, but at the end of the day, on both sides, I think people are fucking crazy. At the end of the day, I know that I'm not gonna sit here and fucking jerk off Joe fucking Biden because he's gonna do something for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the best that we can do is, regardless of our politics, we have to hold these people accountable.
Here's the crazy thing, right? Here's what I was thinking about earlier. I'm talking to the guy at work, right? And like, I don't even try to be condescending or nothing. Do you feel like you're smarter than Joe Biden, dude?
I mean, like, that's tough to say.
Like,
You
what
know?
did here? But here was my argument, right? What does he know outside of politics?
Very true.
Does Joe listen? Just let me finish this right where I was just zooming this up. Does Joe Biden know how to use a screw gun? I would like to see. I would like to
Matters.
see
It
if he.
matters.
I would like to see, right?
It matters.
Because that's really serious knowledge, right? Then you look at a billionaire. I don't know. Is he a billionaire? Fucking Floyd Mayweather, 100 millionaire, whatever he is, right? He can't read. So it's like, just because you're super successful, bro, it doesn't mean that you're intelligent necessarily. We
No,
both said
no.
how we felt about Jack Ma. He seems like an idiot, bro. I'm sorry, but like Elon was embarrassing him, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think these people are anything special, is what I'm trying to say.
And even if they were, at the end of the day, they're just humans. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, you could be smarter or whatever, but you could still have wrong policy. You know what I'm saying? Even if Joe Biden was a fucking 100 times smarter than me, he can still be in the wrong and still held accountable for wrong actions. And I mean, at the end of the day, I think people try to hold these guys higher than what they are. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're humans governing humans.
Yeah, them specifically, but they're no different than anybody else.
There's
Like, my
no
thing is, right, if I met fucking Khabib, right, I'd be like, oh my fucking God. Fucking Khabib, what? Oh shit. Can I get like I would fanboy for Khabib, right? But if Kay met Khabib, she would be like, I'm going to get Chipotle or something. She wouldn't even care.
right.
So how high is you can't say that anyone is really that high in the pedestal of life because someone else doesn't rank them there and not even close.
Exactly.
So you can say Trump is daddy of all, and somebody will tell you Joe Biden is daddy of all, and they both sound dumb,
Yeah.
but it's both like what somebody thinks. And when you got fucking 350 million people, we say it over time and time again, you're gonna meet some bumps in the road, bro, where people just don't agree.
Yeah. And the one thing that that just has to stop is the 100% loyalty, no matter what, to your political party, bro. Because at the end of the day, Democrats could be wrong, Republicans could be wrong, the Green Party could be wrong, the fucking Independents could be fucking wrong, and that's where the shit needs to be put to the fucking side, because at the end, there's a clear line of what's right and what's wrong. We begin the debate of fucking whatever the fuck taxes. We get into the debate of that, but like at the end of the day, like when you see companies get more tax breaks than the people, when you see more money being allotted for other countries than what's being allotted for American people struggling. I mean, like that's the first time I saw Republicans and Democrats agree, where they're like, "What the fuck? Look at all this money going outside the country. We're not getting fucking shit." So one time, that's what we need. That's what we
Right.
need, And then
Listen.
when these people are wrong, Republican or Democrat, we need to hold them accountable.
I'm getting farther and farther away from using this we word because just like my I is me, we is we. Like my we is me and Steven. I know Steven's in my we. I don't know if 350 million American citizens are in my we. They may be different from me, bro. That's
Very
why I'm
true.
saying this is an issue. You can't have this many people, bro. Something needs to be done about that. So here's my thing, people. Why am I so crazy, right? Like when I've came to that conclusion of like people ask me, okay, what do you want to do now? Okay, well, I used to want land, and then I wanted to live on my land. And then I wanted to provide that for more people. So I was like, I want to do a village, right? And then I'm like, damn, I want to provide that for a lot of people. So now I say like I want to build a city. Like that's kind of how I'm working, right? Just like with my job, right? With my job, I tell people there, are we going to complain for 20 years or are you going to change it? If you have this many complaints, then you should probably try to change it, right? It's the same thing with America, right? Here we are, bro. We've been complaining about it since we even knew what politics were. We've been saying nothing but negative shit about
Yep.
politics, bro. Everybody knows the shit corrupt. We do nothing but bash it. And yet here we are. Let's really sit down with them people that stormed that Capitol today. I want to sit down with them one on one. Sit them with daddy right here, okay? And let me talk to him and go, okay, so what are your idea? What's your idea? What do you think we should do? Come up with a solution to fix this problem that you're storming this Capitol for. I bet you 9 out of 10 of them don't got a fucking solution, bro. Because all motherfuckers want to do is complain and bitch, bro. They got nothing positive to say about the things. When they say we need to find what our similarities are, we do. And then figure out what our differences are. And that's the group you're in. That's how the world works, bro. Not everybody is going to be together.
That's how this world was shaped. I mean, like you're talking about
Native Americans.
Native Americans. I mean, you're talking
Perfect
about
example,
you're talking
though.
about Romans. You're talking about Englishmen. You're talking about Chinese people. I mean, literally, China at one point was literally made up of fucking what 20 different fucking dynasties. I mean, it was all split up into different parts of the land, and they all fought for that land and what they believed in. And if you didn't like it, or if you were exiled, you might went
Right.
went off and started your own shit.
Right. So here's where I get to, right? Where I go, okay, well, now I talked all that shit. I need a solution. I don't make a crazy amount of money, bro, and I don't got a crazy amount of money coming to me that I can see, right? So I start thinking within what I can do, and I can get land and I can build my own home and I can get my own food and I can get my own water and I can do my own thing, you
Yeah,
know? Like
yeah,
you don't need them. The problem is you guys want to complain, but you want them. You want them. You like your Starbucks, you
yeah.
like
You
your
do,
grocery
you do.
stores, you like your nightclubs, you like that stuff. You want that stuff. So you complain about it, but really deep down, that's what satisfies you also. You're without that, you'd be unfulfilled and you'd be clueless. That's why it's such a simple question, but that's why I always say, if you were this age, born tomorrow, nothing exists, what would you do? Like, what would you do with your day if you had no obligations? Most people don't know what to say. They don't know what to do because they'd be lost, without a
Yeah,
Facebook or,
yeah.
a store to go to or something, bro. So how do we change it? We got to build our own shit, bro. We got to build our own shit. And it sounds crazy in today's world to go, man, you're going to what? Start a country?
New countries start every day.
Remember we was on all the time, right? Remember we was on Asset and we was talking. I was like, someone's got to. Why can't it start with us?
And that's the thing that it's like it doesn't sound so fucking crazy on acid. And then you hear it on acid and you come down from that trip from that first time, you're just like, wow, it is not crazy at all, bro. New countries are started every fucking day. You
Dude,
know?
and that's why I like arms. That's why I'm a fan of Bear Arms, bro. And that's why I
Oh
lean
yeah,
that way
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's why I listen to that Waco so clearly, bro. And that's why I pay attention to Manson, and that's why like those things fascinate me because it's not about, of course, these were bad people. We're not talking about those people doing and what they did, but what they were trying to establish, right? That it's just like Hitler, right? We talked about it before. Like Hitler's evil, but what he was doing, he's a genius, right? Because he's trying to establish his vision. His vision was definitely wrong. And I think we can all agree that was a fucked up vision, right? But imagine if it was a good vision, right? MLK vision, something like that. Like, Elon's vision, like these are good visions. Why can't we have those two? Why can't we change the perspective, right? So you grab this land, the more the better because It's more of your land that you know, right? You get people there and you take up arms, bro. And that's the thing, like where Brian was trying to talk about, like sovereign, governed by human nature, those people, human sovereignty. I wouldn't go that hard. Like I still I'll still get my ID. I'll still pay my property taxes and everything. I'm still gonna do these things, but I'm not gonna rely off you anymore. And if it came to the point that where like you wanted to try and infiltrate my land because of just me not relying on you,
Yeah.
well then I would take up arms, and I would
Yep.
fight against that.
Yeah.
That's tyranny, right?
Yeah.
I believe
100%,
that'd be
bro.
the word for it.
Yeah. Tyranny.
Tyranny.
Yeah. But and that's 100% correct. Like the one thing I remember, I forgot the people's name, but they were those cattle ranchers. I believe they were from Texas or Oklahoma, and they had land that was seized by the government, that was family owned land, and they went up and then about arms took control of that Oregon Wildlife Refuge. Remember that?
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
this. Yeah,
arms,
same
yeah.
idea. Same
And
idea.
exactly, and maybe they were misled. Maybe I don't. I can't even say I know the full story, but the idea of them taking up arms and fighting against something
It
they
makes
saw
me
unlawful.
smile. It makes me smile, bro. I'm starting to love that. That's what makes me happy in this world now, bro, is when I see people standing up for their self,
Yep.
bro,
Yep.
and putting their own image onto the world and going, I'm not a follower. This is how I see things. Now, if you see things like this, we can join along, but I'm not a follower.
Yeah.
I stand for what I stand for.
Exactly.
Let me tell you
And
something.
what you're ready to lay on the line for that type of thing.
I'll tell you all that bad shit about my mom's boyfriend, man, that did all that shit. There's one fucking good thing this bitch did. There's one time, man, when I was probably about 11 years old. I'll never forget this. He said, how do you want to die? And at that time in my mind, I used to always say in my sleep because I was scared of it, And I was like, well, I just want to die in my sleep so I don't know. And I remember he said, that's so boring. He said, why would you want to die such a boring way? You only get one death. He's like, I want to go out in a blaze of glory. I want to go out, shoot out in something I stand for, something like that. And I was like, you motherfucker,
Yeah.
all this dumb shit you said, and here you are. It still sticks with me to this day. What if those guys did die in that park? That was such a bad death, bro.
Yeah.
Who wants to die fucking getting shot by some random dude in Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Or as a cashier during a robbery.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to some of the people at work, and I'm just telling them, I'm just talking, I'm just like, you're talking about a city, where you have a population of like 600,000, yet the per capita, you know, of violent crime, matches that of New York, where even surpasses New York, and
Afghanistan
rivals Chicago. And I'm just like, I mean,
exceeds Chicago per citizen.
we all hear stories and have known somebody who has been killed in the city. You know, we all know someone. We all knew somebody that got killed in the city, bro. We all have a story of getting robbed, and it only takes one to go wrong.
Why do people want to raise their children here, bro? You
Oh,
know,
it's a damn good fucking question.
lately I've been saying I'm gonna raise me a country kid. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna raise me one of them country kids, bro. I'm fitting to change the new name generationally. We're gonna go from city people to country people, bro. The opposite of what my ancestors probably did.
Yeah,
Ancestors, they're all rural.
I
They go to the
remember
city for work.
you might have seen it because it was one of those homestead off you know off grid living groups, and it's this guy, and he just like, it was just like this funny backcountry dude, and he just like, things you want to know out here, living in the country. He's like, first of all, moonshine. The first bit that comes out is ethyl. No, it's like
Ethanol.
it's some type of different alcohol, and then the rest is like ethyl
It's
alcohol.
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, you don't want to drink that. Turn you blind. You get poisoning.
Uh-huh.
He's like, check. Light the fire. If it's blue, it's good to go. If it burns red, don't drink it. And he's He's like, for tools that you use every once in a while, Harbor Freight do just good. The things you use every day, buy the best you can. You know, it's just like he just all this like little shit, and he's just like, he's like, you got chickens? There's no waste of food with chickens. Chickens eat anything, even chicken. If you're not
Right.
composting, you feed it to them damn chickens. Like I just
Those
thought
are
it was
my kind of
cool. I just
guys,
thought it was cool
bro.
because I was like, man, like that guy who was just watching the bees try and catch a wild swarm to
That's what
start
I wanted to say.
harvesting honey, bro. I'm just
So I
like
was thinking about that. There's a
studying the
lot of things.
land.
There's a lot of things I've been
Well,
thinking.
one second. He's talking. He's like, he's observing the reforestation program going around him. He's just like, these aren't even native trees.
Right.
These are actually an invasive species.
Because
They're
that's
not even
all
going
he
to
had to
survive
do
10
that
years.
day was observe. Yeah, he doesn't have an agenda, so he just observed, That would pay you good dividends in a lot of spots in life, right? But I was thinking about that, like with that eco village and shit like that. Like those are all over the world. You've never heard about those, bro.
No.
Like those are like the smallest little niche on YouTube. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, Occupy Wall Street got 24/7 fucking news. But you won't ever even see an article about like people homesteading or all off grid or anything. Like you just don't see
Unless
that. You
you
have to like
seek out
find
those
it. Yeah,
things,
you
you
have to
know?
go find it.
Exactly.
And then I was thinking about these people that stormed the Capitol today.
Hmm.
How come every time Antifa comes and destroys something, they're always sponsored by somebody, right? They're sponsored by the left.
You
But
won't.
when these people do this, right, it's patriots. It's
Bro,
not people that are sponsored
bro,
in the right.
there's that. So everyone else who's, not breaking into shit are patriots. But everyone else who's breaking into shit, those are Antifa paid aggressors now. That's a lot of the shit that I'm seeing. I'm just like, okay, so you're everyone. Okay, so when we did this with the BLM, it was like, okay, well they're violent. And it's like, well, I mean, there was clear videos caught everywhere in all these protests of these random fucking people
Mhm.
smashing shit. And you've seen countless videos where like some people join in, and then the others where they're like, stop, what are you doing? What the fuck? It's just like, I mean, that isn't real, but then this is what it is. And then I mean, like it's just all that's what I was talking about earlier, where
Yeah.
it's just like, man, we just well, like what it's so irrational. I don't even understand it,
So I,
man.
I was looking at that. And I'm just like, when I raise my children, like, I don't even want them to see that, bro.
No,
I don't even want them to
no.
think that, like, that's part of, what humans are, bro. Like, I was thinking, like, how do you feel about that, though? Like eventually they're going to get to an age where they're going to be able to get on the internet and you're going
Yeah,
to allow that,
yeah.
you're going to allow gaming or whatever.
So
But I feel like for like that first like 10 years, like, I don't even want you to know about shit like that. You know about the evil that comes with people later in life as I raise you. I want you to really see the beauty in the world before
and
anything.
that's one of the major benefits I really see about where you're just living that off grid homestead lifestyle deep far away from society. Because in these cities, man, in this type of environment, everything is so loud.
Mhm.
I mean, like it's not just you know the people, it's the social media interactions. I mean, I mean, like, yeah, you use social media, when you're back out there, when you have internet and shit, but you don't know 1,500 of friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't. It's not like you don't have like all these screens of people in day to day life, and it's just so fucking loud out there, bro. It's not good for anybody.
Nobody needs that many.
Everything, man. Like fit, fucking. You go throughout your whole day, you got what 25 screens in your fucking face the
And,
whole
and
time.
look at like even the top people in the world, bro. You have, the top celebrities of the world commenting on some random Twitter comment from a random ass person with like 30 followers, bro,
Yeah,
just because of what they said. And they're reading it. And it's
yeah.
like a nobody, somebody you don't even value can plant that seed in your head, to make you think something like that.
It's
I hate it.
and then like you have people like I mean like there was KD got caught up with a whole burner account,
Oh, that was so
and
embarrassing.
then I mean like a lot of times these are bots and they're people who work to get a reaction out of people. I mean like they don't even believe the things they're saying. They just want to get a reaction from you. And I mean, first of all, how weird are those fucking guys? I mean, people who act like want to be online trolls, like
Right.
Such a odd, like
But
it's just instigator
but just like anything in
mentality.
life, why do they exist, right? There's something that they eat. Something eats them or they eat something always, right? Some people like that, bro, right?
I know.
You can like, for example, you can find somebody who really does know his sports. And then you have somebody who knows no sports and doesn't watch them at all. He can say something that just makes no sense. And some people will just always respond to him like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Like, "That's not true." Katie averaged 30 that year, and on and on. It's
Hmm.
like, bro, once you see someone is clearly just bluffing, we need to learn to ignore that, and just like, bro, you actually just went down in life. Like, you're not funny and we're not going to give you attention. We have to,
Yeah.
it's like the N word, right? Like, it's the toughest thing because we've both talked about it before. We're like, man, if I was black and somebody said that to me, I probably would want to smash a skull, right? But why is it that they can say that? It's because it has so much power. That word just has so much power that
Yeah.
it can make someone that
Yeah.
mad instantly like that.
Yep.
And they know it. So the moment that I feel like we can take power away from that word, first of all, not we, right? That
Yeah.
black people can find a way to. And I don't even know if it can. I really don't because I understand how deep it goes.
I think the threat of physical violence may hinder it a lot more as time goes on.
Yeah, that's what I was telling
It's
you.
just they just get beat real quick. It's just
But
like
bro, but bro, when I said that to you, you said I was crazy, right? Remember we had this big argument where I was like, "What if you could just punch him in the gut?" Remember I said that? I was just
but
joking, but I was like,
yeah,
"You punch him in the gut,"
but we're
And
talking
you're like,
about like like you have a whole law behind it. It's like man, you just got like
but like there's
it's just it's a different thing.
but there is something that's like instigation, right? Like that is kind of a law, right? And like if manipulation is a law to you, then instigation should be, in my opinion.
I feel you. Okay,
So it's
okay.
like why isn't there? Well, of course, in America, you ain't gonna get something governing that. But I'm saying maybe there should be of like, maybe there is. I don't know, right? But maybe there is something
I
like
think just go state to state,
like
man.
racial interrogate. I'm losing the word now. I was about to say interrogation.
Yeah, I guess I know where you're
Right,
going for.
right,
I know where
right.
you're going for, man. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
where you're going from. I can't think of it. I just have interrogation in my head now.
Racial initiation or something like that,
Yes, I know. I
like
know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
but
Uh,
the aggression coming from from any type of like harassment,
but like, and so like, if you were in Congress, right, you still would have that thought pattern, and you still would go like, I understand why physical violence comes from that word. So why wouldn't you try to do something, right? You said yourself like you don't want the violence part of it, right? So like, why wouldn't you as a lawmaker try to do something where it's like, all right, well, we're gonna make it to where that's a whole separate law. If you're doing that to someone and we got proof of that, then that's a whole nother different charge.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and that's the thing, like I go state to state, like Florida, like they have like your stand your ground law type of deal going on, whereas like Maryland doesn't have any type of like self defense statute apparently. I don't know the whole thing, but from my understanding, there's no real self defense, type of writing.
Right, but I believe that also they look at each case individually, and if it's a
Yeah, yeah,
clear cut
and
case,
that's the
they
one
do
thing is that
free
like
you.
you see people, you see them like even though it's not written law, you see them, you know, not always, but you see them weigh the on a case by case basis, where you've seen some people who get no charges for
Yeah.
even murder type of
Like
deal,
the other day, I
so
was watching a video where like it was this white family and this black family, and I think they like beat up the guy, and then the white woman's like, "My grandfather owned your grandfather," and I'm just like, bro, I would probably hit a woman, dude, if she said that to me. Like, I think I would knock you out, bro. I really do. Like, you just crossed the line.
yeah, that's the whole thing, like
So that should be a charge right there. Is what I'm saying. It has to
it's
be.
especially when like they're literally they then get hit and they're just like
Uh huh.
call the cops,
Always.
it's just like man, it's like wow. I remember like there was like that one video that came out this past year where like there was that one woman, there was that one black dude, the bird watcher, and the woman was there on the phone. She was just like, "Please help, please help, oh my god!"
Oh
And he's just
yeah.
recording her, and it was just like,
Why did she do that on camera? She had to not known she was being
I don't know
recorded, right?
exactly,
She had. There's no way she'd
exactly.
have done that on. Go
Like
ahead.
as soon as the camera comes out, it's like she probably would have gotten straight like real quick. You know what I'm saying? But
But that just reminds me of like that. The sketchiest one is like where that dude's filming from the bushes when that officer plants that guy on that guy he shot in the back.
Yeah,
You remember that, yo? Who was that?
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
forget who that was. I feel bad. There's
Yeah,
so many at this point.
yeah.
It really is. There's so many.
That's the thing, it's like
Was that Michael or was that the guy that with the convenience store?
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to get it wrong because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think everyone knows what. Let's say, look it up real quick.
I don't know what really to write.
That is very true. That's a solid point there, Mike. Give me fucking God damn it. But and that's the thing, it's like, I mean, in a sense, like I wish, that BLM would go as hard as these Trumpers did today, bro. Because like this is something like this is something real where people are dying. And it's like, you want some, like, nothing's changed. You want some real fucking change. I mean, like, we saw some shit where they was burning down those fucking police stations, though, man. That was probably like some of the craziest shit
That
we've
was
ever
insane.
fucking seen, bro. Like, Jesus, oh my God. Like,
Okay, so video shows white police officer Michael Slager shooting 50-year-old black man Walter Scott in the back at least 8 times as he ran away. So Walter Scott was his name. Sorry, Walter. The video you can see on anywhere if you just look it up. And fucking sad, man. I mean, he shoots this guy in the back multiple times. Thank God that's what I'm saying. This is the creepiest thing that this guy's recording like this, right?
yeah.
Like
it's
out
so
of
eerie,
nowhere.
man.
Look, so he runs away. And right there, he shoots him in the back 8 times. And he ran away without a gun. Once he realizes he doesn't have a gun. So this guy's getting close at this point, right? He doesn't see him. He brings a gun over and sits it right there. And I mean, what? They don't see this guy recorded? No, he's right there. But you can see they 100% did that.
Remember, there was that one Miami State trooper where he was caught, and there was plenty of body cam footage too. 4 or 5 instances we see this guy plant like meth and crack on people, bro. And it's like,
Oh, yeah, I remember
on the
that.
phone, just like, look, I don't know how the fuck he found meth and crack on me, but I guess I'm going to jail.
Yeah,
And I
and
was
that
like,
one
what
guy
the-
had like 2 charges,
Yeah.
and they ended up like taking his whip. He got like a year or
I think
some
he lost
shit.
custody of a kid. or
Yeah, it was
something,
something
like
crazy.
something crazy. Exactly.
But this one just really pisses me off, man. This
What
one.
about, I mean, like in our own city, the drug task force, where they would bring guns to plan on people in case anything went like wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That
they
was-
got
that
video
was-
of it.
That was the task force, bro.
Once again, thank
People
God
were
they made him.
prosecuted on that.
Thank God they made a mistake. I wonder what this one is. Thank God they made a mistake and didn't know, dumbasses. That's what you get, dumbasses.
Mhm.
Didn't know that their cams recorded 30 seconds before and after they cut them off.
Yep.
So that's the only way they got them, bro.
It has to be like the one thing they don't tell them, like, yeah. They
Right.
leave that out,
Maybe they didn't. Before that, oh, this guy's everywhere now, bro.
Oh, is he?
He's all over, bro, with the black videos, dude. He really does be showing a lot of them and going off. Seen him the other day. If you look up like any racial video, this guy, he must be really pumping some advertisement dollars into YouTube.
I mean, that's what people do, but that's how you end up on that, like, recommended shit. You just gotta pay. Pay to play, bro. This guy's a cool thing going on, though.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
He's definitely put something in his green screen and shit. Or just that first one, that bottom, or is that,
Well,
you looking for someone specific? Oh, you looking for
I've
someone
you've seen
specific?
that video, right?
Yeah,
Seen that video
yeah.
1,000 times
Yeah.
from Baltimore.
I don't know if you're finding 30 guys.
Ham sandwich. But that was the main one I was trying to show.
I always get my own Google search settings.
Let's get to the bottom of something, right? Okay, so let's look up.
What's up,
facts
Amy?
About Brianna Taylor's case. This is what I want to know.
Oh man.
Okay, this is what I really want to know because we talked about this before, right? Did you see that the 2 cops got fired?
Yep.
Right. So we talked about it before, and I told you, like, from what I understood, it seemed like it was the city's problem, not the cops. Like they were allowing those no-knock raids, right? So it's like at that point, what happened there surprised didn't happen a
So
long time ago. Now, the one thing I do know about that is that apparently they said they not. So that kind of throws that right out the window, in my opinion.
So that's the thing. There was, I believe it was 11 out of 12 key witnesses in the case said there was no warning of entrance.
But one person did.
But eventually recanted.
Oh,
and now
did they?
12 for 12 are saying that they never announced themselves.
Wow.
Another thing is that they're saying, so there was a SWAT officer who was in charge of another raid across town, but was a part of the same operation. And he was saying there was no SWAT team. That the SWAT team did not perform this raid. These were officers.
Right.
And the one thing that he was saying was that you were never supposed to do these like these types of raids, like at the same time, because people get tipped off and then shit starts going haywire from there. They also showed the all the bullet markings of the house. There was one shot fired by this guy, and 32 shots from the officers from that moment after that to his one shot. Not only from the doorway, but windows.
But if you talk to cops, right, and this is a known thing, their training is to shoot to kill, right?
Yeah.
Once you shoot, you do shoot to kill, though, right?
You shoot. I think it's 8.
I thought it was 7. Okay,
I'm not sure,
right. So so 7 to 8 shots they shoot. Shoot to kill, bro. So if you got 3 people, you're talking 21 shots. Now you got 4 people, you're talking 27 shots.
I've said
28
before,
shots.
I don't think that the cops that they put on the line for this deserve to go to jail or be held accountable, even the one that may have shot and killed her, because the intelligence was also bad. The intelligence was also bad. She was no longer with this person that they suspect her of being with and selling drugs. She was with another person, a new boyfriend. So
but she was still getting packages apparently to that home.
Off the jump, the intelligence battery there, because they're going in after her ex-boyfriend. That's who they were going for. But he's not even at the residence.
Are you sure? Because I don't think that's exactly what I read, though. I thought that she was basically, so her ex went to jail, right? The plug, basically.
Well,
and I thought that he was still getting packages to the home, and she was receiving them.
I'm not too sure about that. But from my understanding was that they were going after the ex-boyfriend, which was the other problem, was that he was already locked up.
So it says the evidence in this case revealed sustained untruthfulness violation based on the information included in the affidavit completed by you and submitted to a judge. The letter reads, "It is by decision to terminate your employment based on that evidence." 2 of them being fired, striking her twice. Also found that Costco fired 16 shots into Taylor's apartment, striking her twice. How can they exactly say that? They all have the same ammo. I don't even think you should do that. Like at that point, how can you say like, "Oh, we're going to charge the person that striked her"? Everyone was shooting.
That's what I was saying.
Everyone was shooting. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
The shots that were fired went in 3 different directions, indicating you did not verify a threat or have target acquisition. Okay, that could make a point. In other words, the evidence shows that you fired wildly at unidentified subjects or targets located. So there is something weird, right? Well, we're sitting here saying 7 or 8. This guy fired 16 shots himself. So that's a problem right there. That's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
16 of the 32.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
He was the one mainly banging, huh? None of the officers who were just charged with service weapons during the raid faces criminal charges for Taylor's death. Another member of the search party, former officer Brett Hangison, was terminated from LMPD in June. A Kentucky grand jury indicated Hangison in September on 3 counts of wanton endangerment on his role in shooting into an apartment unit near Taylor's. Fired a fatal shot. I don't know how you can say that. He was a licensed gun owner. That really helps him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he fired a warning shot, which does indicate, because he only fired 1 shot. Yeah. Surprisingly, didn't shoot him.
Yeah.
It's very surprising.
Well, he hit the guy in the leg.
Oh, he got shot in the leg?
Yeah, no, not him. He shot one of the officers in the leg.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Officers don't even shoot people in the legs.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
so
don't think he
maybe
has anything. I don't think he did anything wrong.
it's just funny that a guy underneath that much stress can think of a warning shot.
Yeah,
Where a cop just shoots. I just show you a video where he shoots a guy 7 times in the back because he runs away.
I think that might be like a kind of like polishing the story. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, oh yeah, there was a warning shot. You know, I mean, you fire that one, next thing you know, you're under fire from like I'm not sure if you can return another shot. Who I don't know.
No, but
You
bro,
know?
put yourself in the shoes. Put yourself in the shoes, right? Someone's coming in. You know they're there, right? He
Yeah.
hears the sounds. He knows the
Yeah.
door was kicked in right there. Are you shooting low, bro? You know what a man's height is. You know what an average man's height is, yo. You're at ultra instinct right now. Your instincts are firing. Your adrenaline's gone, bro. You're popping up with that weapon. Are you aiming down like this on purpose? That's the only way you would do it. I can't see another way you would get a leg shot. I feel like I'm even missing over top or I'm catching you heading above because I'm right here. I know where I'm right here, level with my arm should be level with your arm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm right here. For me to aim down, bro, obviously that was intentional in my opinion. And just my opinion from what we're reading. I think that was a warning shot. I do agree. Countersuit. Walker has maintained that the couple did not hear officers announce themselves before entering the apartment. He also said he mistook them for intruders. Walker, a licensed gunner, said he fired a warning shot which struck Bentley in the leg. This is a weird one, man. This is a hard one.
But that's another thing I think about where it's like, you know, if I'm a lawyer, it's like, okay, like you hear this guy telling a story, he's like, all right, you know, I fired a shot, you know, and it's like, oh, you fired a warning shot.
Oh, for sure, right?
I'm a lawyer, you know.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You're right. But listen,
but
bro, listen. No, brother. Here's my thing, right? But then go back, put yourself in his shoes, right? So you just did that. You know, you've been sitting in these handcuffs for fucking 10 hours before you see your lawyer, bro.
Yeah.
You're thinking about what you're gonna say.
Very true.
It was a warning shot. I already know. I'm saying, I ain't in the shit. I ain't in the shit.
Exactly.
You gotta prove everything that went down tonight, bitch. I want to go to the 9 troops. That was that.
Oh yeah, go ahead, yeah. Because I mean, like that's nothing. Like they found no fucking drugs.
Let's get through some misconceptions about the Breonna Taylor case.
No drugs, bro.
Okay, the facts of what happened at Breonna Taylor's apartment. We know she was a nurse, fatally shot by 3 officers, attempting to serve a no-knock search warrant at 12:40. Some people, of course, they're saying they announced themselves. Yep. They're saying they didn't. He heard pounding at the door, but did not hear anyone announce themselves. Of course, he's going to get surgery. Died in the hallway of her apartment. I couldn't imagine, bro.
Yeah, so the video I saw, it's a door, and there's a straight hallway, like go straight back, and then you know the room's kind of like off from there. And the body cam showed like this, you see her blurred out body in the hallway, bro.
So she's dead 8 minutes after they come in the door.
Yeah. They did not check on her. You know what they were saying on the. I was watching like a New York Times breakdown. They were saying that they did not check her or for immediate medical attention for 30 minutes after the first shots rang off.
After they clearly established no threat. They probably were thinking, should they plant drugs? Did they find drugs?
No. No drugs were retrieved in the raid.
James may have lied to obtain the warrant. No one was charged in Taylor's death. The FBI investigation remains ongoing. Detective Jonathan James, who obtained the search warrant for Taylor's apartment, has also been reassigned. Shaw told the New York Times she asked needed questions of the officer review when the affidavit prepared for each warrant and that one butchers me. Subsequently made the probable cause determination required of me by law. But the judge has since said she has concerns James may have lied to obtain the warrant.
Interesting.
Police were at the wrong apartment. Went to the wrong apartment. Had the wrong address, and the real suspect was already in custody. Obtained 5 search warrants. Received March 12th. Sorry, people, we're trying to skim it for you. Don't want to read your word for word. So 3 were adjacent, was not executed. The search warrant for Taylor's home includes her street address, apartment number, and photos of her apartment door, which police later broke using a battering ram. Yeah, so everything's on there.
Yeah.
Adrian Walker and Kenneth Walker are not related,
So
which is the one that's in
number
jail and
so
the one
Taylor's
that's in.
name, birth date, and social security number on the warrant alongside the narcotics main targets, Demarcus Glover and Adrian Walker. Adrian Walker and Kenneth Walker are not related.
So James wrote that he's seen Glover get a package from Taylor's home and that he used Taylor's address as his own on his documents. Our rating false. They're saying this is false.
Well, no, so the claim was that they were at the wrong house.
Right.
But they were at
They were at the right house.
Yeah.
That's the house they were told to
But
go to. They had pictures, her social security card.
Yeah. And they said in the affidavit they read for the search warrant, James wrote that he'd seen Glover. So that part
Right. They believed that Taylor had ties to Glover, one of the main suspects in the
Glover,
investigation.
you had to get packaged at Taylor's home. Yeah.
They maintained their main target? I didn't hear about that. I just want to see their report on it. There's a lot being said about that. Likely true. Police documents are often conflicting accounts of whether officers executed the search warrant simultaneously at Elliott Avenue and at Taylor's apartment. But even if Glover was not in custody before officers forced their way into Taylor's home, based on statements by Mattingly, police still likely knew where he was at that time, as attorneys for Taylor's family assert.
Interesting.
She wasn't shot while she was in bed, right? She got up. Yeah, we know that. She was living with a drug dealer.
False.
They say that's false. They have no charges. Okay. I mean, that is one way to prove it. They don't have any charges, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily prove it.
So
they would not have known about drug sales until after the shooting. That ends the case.
Additionally, though, Taylor and Glover once dated. Glover said they were no longer in touch before her death. There was no evidence Glover was living in Taylor's apartment.
Any alleged involvement that Walker may have drug sales would not have been known by police until after the shooting. So now what are you coming in here for? Just because this one detective...
Which, I mean, you're correct where, the city is allowing no-knock warrants. I mean, that brought up a big debate about no-knock warrants.
But now I was going to blame the city, but now I'm kind of looking at this guy. Of course, no-knock warrants, right? But this guy, James, bro.
And Mattingly.
But this guy, James, mainly, who's the one that obtained the search warrant.
Yeah, isn't that James Mattingly?
No, it was John James or something. The fuck is it? Damn it.
Oh, that's up far. I wouldn't have a long breakdown right there. James, okay. Yeah. James.
Yeah, James. What did it say his full name was? We got to expose these people. So who did 5 search warrants? Taylor's name, search warrant for Taylor home, Jason and Aphrodite. Damn it. Yeah, you might want to look that one up. It's James, though.
Yeah.
So we know Detective James is the one that got Breonna Taylor.
Joshua James.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
To secure the search warrant.
So Joshua James is the one saying he's seen Glover and Taylor shift a package. Glover being who? Is this guy a part of the investigation?
Glover's the drug dealer that they suspect.
That's in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, Glover Walker.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Adrian Walker,
yeah,
which they didn't find anything on. Huh. So now you're really in trouble.
So I mean, that's where, you hear that. I mean, now, Jane, you definitely got to go to jail. I mean, it's suspected you're lying.
There's body cam footage.
Yes, there's body cam footage of her. Yeah, of the shooting.
Shows Hankerson entering the apartment after shooting at investigators who are still inside working the scene. Why? Why is that the only body cam footage? I don't get that.
I remember there's a part of the video at the end where they're talking in a circle.
Are they supposed to?
They're talking in a circle, and the one dude before he cuts his off, last thing you hear, yours off, and you hear him. You see him touch their cameras, bro, as they're ready. They're about to discuss what just happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
They know.
I mean, it's very incriminating when you look at shit like that. And you're just
know. So, does this state require they wear body cameras?
It seems so. Especially they got them on. I mean, I don't think
So nobody that ran into the apartment had a body cam on, but the people that came afterwards had them on.
that's crazy, man.
That doesn't make much sense, right? That's a
No.
problem. So they're saying that it's false, that he definitely shot the officer. Brown Taylor had a rifle and shot at police? I know
False.
that one's not. What was that one? Taylor was shot 8 times by police. Cause of death and was 6 gunshot wounds to the body. Only 1 shot there was determined to be fatal. So she got shot 6 times.
Yeah.
So after hearing that, there's a lot of bad things for them boys. That doesn't look good.
Yeah,
I don't like the body cam stuff.
I mean, I don't like the no knock warrant stuff, especially in a.
But I'm saying I know that's not their fault.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like,
But we'll get them on.
you gotta have body cameras,
Where's the
Yeah.
body cam?
Yeah,
What state was that in?
that's Louisville, Kentucky.
I'll just look up on the phone real quick. Does Louisville, Kentucky make you wear body cams? I would like to know that. Were they supposed to be wearing the body cams or not? Well, they're not even a SWAT team, right? So that's a problem. So I wonder if they were. Hey, of course, that's gonna pop right up.
There's no clear answer, of course, but let's see what this says right here.
Because in Baltimore, you have to wear them, right?
Yeah, they deployed it. They started doing that after the 2015 Freddie Gray stuff. That was a big thing, when they rolled out those body cameras. So they claim that they had been assigned body cameras and wore them in other investigations. Attorney Sam McGuire said that other officers from the criminal interdiction unit were wearing body cameras when serving a warrant on the main suspects. So the people in the other raid were wearing body cameras. Seems awfully coincidental that the location where there was a fatal shooting police didn't have body cams.
Right. But the people that came did, and the other people serving the same raid did.
So they were not required to wear body cameras. So former Louisville Metro Police Department Chief Steve Conrad said that members of the criminal interdiction unit were not required to wear body cams.
So they're not required then, basically. But other people were.
Yeah, they were wearing them in the other raid. Maybe. I mean, we don't know if they were actually wearing them and were possibly destroyed or something. You never know.
Right.
Were they actually wearing them at the time? Because, I mean, the other raid did have them.
That's a good point.
And at one point, he's saying other investigations that they were assigned and wearing body cameras in other investigations, but not particularly this one.
It's crazy because it's so easy to kind of disconnect. It's all we in Kentucky, But man, if that happened to if that was you and Bray, and someone kicked open the door like that and that happened, man, fuck you off for life, bro.
Yeah.
That will fuck you up for life.
Yeah, and I mean,
see a girl die right in front of you, man.
And I mean, like, it's just so wild, because I mean, like, at the end of the day, the guy had the right to discharge that firearm. He was exercising his rights given by the American government as a legal gun owner. I mean, like,
bro, what about the case doesn't even change for me if it was illegal. You know what I mean?
Very true.
And I've seen that where courts allow that, bro. Like, I know there was one charge before that my boy was telling me about where his boy had got off. He had an illegal gun on him, dude. Somebody came to shoot at him with an illegal gun, and he shot back with an illegal gun. That's what happened with Gucci. Gucci, same thing. He shot back with an illegal gun and killed them, and he gets off.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you still end up getting an illegal gun charge, but you don't get the killing charge.
I mean, that's the one thing is like, we as a American people have been raised to believe in like self-defense. So, I mean, like you learn that Second Amendment early on, and you're just like, I remember hearing that as a kid and just being like, yeah, protect your property, protect the people you love. It's like, yes. And I believe we're the only country that has that, where we're allowed to have firearms.
Illegal carry can also strip you of your stand your ground. Without standing your ground, the prosecution can argue that the defender had a legal duty to take advantage of any safe avenue of retreat before he could lawfully resort to deadly force in self-defense. Okay, so I mean that's basically what we're saying though. Of like, if he doesn't have another option but to use this gun, then it doesn't matter if it's illegal. That's what it is.
Like I
From
said,
there, it'd be an
it's a
argument.
whole case by case thing, man. You know.
The thing is, you're never gonna get got on first or second degree murder.
No.
You I think the worst you get is manslaughter.
Yeah.
Which is 5.
Yep.
And I can do 5.
I'd be all right.
No, I think 5 turns into 15, right? Because you got to stab someone.
It depends where you're at.
It's like King Von was talking about in that
Whoa.
one song where he's like, first time you see your homie in jail, he'd give you a knife.
I remember
Can you
in,
imagine that?
right here in Baltimore, I think if you
Mexicans wearing boots.
if you get a legal gun charge here in Baltimore, it immediately gets handed over to federal.
Wow.
You know,
But everybody wants to do Fed time. You don't get no time off. It's way easier.
Think so?
That's what everybody says. I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
But everybody says that. Like, you don't want to do state time and then the Fed pick it up. But if just the Fed picks it up, like that's where you're allowed to have like Game Boys and TV and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's Fed time. But you do every day. There's no good time. You get what I'm saying? So like, 5 years, you do 5 years. Yeah, I know a guy like that who actually got caught doing shit like that. Classic girl wouldn't stop using the phone, bro. Classic story. I knew my cousin, bro, used to know a guy, right? This boy, I'm even gonna say his name, right? But this boy that grew up in Hollandtown, and his brother, bro, was like the main plug for coke back in the day in Hollandtown. And his brother knew that shit was getting hot, and he told the boy, stay off the phones. Like he had gave him a phone to use. He's like, don't use the phone no more. And he kept using the phone, bro. And when they did a raid, they got everybody. His brother got booked with the keys, bro. So he ended up getting life sentence, yo. And that guy got out in like 2 years. He ended up killing himself, bro. Because he was just so fucked up that he got his brother life, bro. Like, just doing little dumb shit like that, bro. Just, God, people are so dumb sometimes. Like, I always think about that. Like, bro, sometimes I think, like, I could be the. I don't even want to.
You said that's because he was using the phone?
His brother, right, was moving a bunch of coke.
Yeah.
So he's like, his brother told him, stay off the phone. He gave him a phone, to trap one. He's like, stay off the phones. Like, no more phones. They're on me, basically. Or like, he was gonna slow down, and he kept using the phone. Yeah. It's like the same thing that happens in The Wire. The Wire does a good job portraying a lot of shit that really did go down. They do the same thing where like they start using the payphones, but then they're supposed to switch to payphones. They're supposed to go to this payphone, then that payphone. They ended up just walking to the closest one because they're lazy. And people just get lazy over time, and you slip up that one time and bam.
Yep.
That's that same thing that happened with the boy. The other guy, he was the one that got Fed time. He was moving grass up to Florida, bro. And he told his girl the same thing. Like, it wasn't about the phone, but it was about like a money order, basically, the way they were supposed to transfer the money. I forget exactly what it was. But instead of her going to different places, she kept going to the same spot. And eventually they reported her for these large ass sums, that are coming in her own name all the time. So yeah, so you just like,
will you fucking listen?
Literally, and they were making a killing,
I'd be saying, I'd just be like, execution.
The most money,
execution.
Bro,
we gotta execute.
The most money I ever seen in my life is the day that guy was like the day before he had to go away and do that Fed time. He ended up selling us his couch and shit. So we went over there and picked his couch up, bro. And he just had all of it. Like, you could tell he had some type of money he had stashed away, bro. He had him and 2 other guys that were like helping count this and just rolling band after band after band, bro. I want to say like, I don't know, yo, but like definitely over 100 grand. Let's just say that, like, just band after band after band, bro. Like, I think he gave it mainly to his girl, and probably broke off his people to make sure he was good and shit. And then that's pretty much it.
It went away, yeah, which is cool.
It's funny. I'm talking to the guy now, and like, he's a guy that's did time and shit. I've been working with him and shit, and just like kind of like picking his brain, for the info he's got.
Yeah.
It's just funny hearing like certain little things like that where he was telling me that like he's changed his life. Now he's in his 40s and he's changed his life. And he's like, it's like the first time in my life I didn't have to save up money for lawyer money, and bail money. So it's like I'll be going on vacations now instead of saving up for a lawyer,
Yeah.
And like it was he actually taught me something the other day because like we're driving by this spot by my job, And, like, where they all post up at and trap at these apartments, there was, like, balloons, like, fresh balloons and bottles and shit, so, like, someone died there, and I never get how people, like, get shot in their own, like, post-up spot. Like, you usually see, like, people get got, like, when they're going to the corner store or, like, in the alley or something like that, like, a
Yeah.
good time. Most of the time when you're posted up with 10 people, they know everybody's got guns, so that, they're not gonna try and get into a shootout like that, and that's when he was like, usually when you see it out front like that, it's something internal. It's somebody in the hood that killed
Uh,
somebody in the hood, then everybody probably knows who did it too. And when you see like an alley death or a corner death, that's somebody that was probably a rival from another hood that came and,
yeah, makes
popped
sense.
them.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But there's so I be talking to him all the time, just like there's so little like I always felt like I would just be a good like assassin on the streets. Like I always thought like if I always thought like, okay, if I wasn't gonna join a gang, but like maybe I'd be like a hitman. Because I always look at how sloppy they are. Like people get away with like 10 bodies, bro, and they don't even wear a mask. Like it's crazy. I
Yeah.
always think like I'd be like Mark Wahlberg style, where it's like I'm scrubbing, I'm throwing fake DNA, you know what I mean? I'm cutting my fingernails before I go. They sag their pants, They blow somebody's head off at a corner store and sag their pants on the runaway. Like, what? For much it's tight, tucked in, you know what I mean? I'm doing all tight.
Clean.
Might change my face up a little bit, might put contacts in. Like, I'm gonna make sure, especially if
Yeah.
I keep knocking motherfuckers in my own
Bro.
hood.
Bro, when you think about it, you're just like, well, Bomber City was like, I think it was like 60% went unsolved.
Yeah.
It's like,
And look how easy
I
those
like
ones
those
are.
odds.
Yep.
You gotta get how you live.
That's why they say that like serial killers are the hardest to catch because they don't have nothing to follow. It's just somebody randomly that picked somebody randomly and killed them.
And
You
usually, like in their own sadistic way, like are really good at killing people without
it's,
getting caught.
yeah, yeah. But it's easy though when you just catch people off guard, bro. Like I tell you all the time, like anyone can catch. You can beat the biggest, baddest motherfucker if you catch him off guard. He's in a Walmart line. I stick a knife in his neck. Why he's at the self checkout? He's not
Yeah.
gonna see that coming. I'm a crazy man.
Yeah.
I killed you. You're the strongest man in the world. It doesn't matter. And that's just a knife. I can blow your head off and make it
You
easier.
can do that at any point.
At any point, I'm driving a
Bro,
truck. You
I'll
take your little
be-
girl, bam.
I'll be waiting in line like at a Walmart or fucking somewhere. I'll just be looking around. I'll just be like, you can literally fucking like just off his shit right there, bro. You can just
Yeah.
choke him right here on the floor.
Well, that's like the thing I was thinking about upstairs, like with that incident with that guy. I'm like, thank God that wasn't an intruder, bro, because they had me. Like, it kind of pissed me off a little bit, I was like, damn, they had me on a jump. Like, and I've planned for that shit, but you get lazy.
Yep.
You get lazy, bro. And that's the problem. Like, usually I've like watched so much shit that like I usually have a process of opening a door where it's like you do the 2-hand method. You don't put your face close to it too, because a lot of times they wait till you get close and they kick it in,
Yep.
and then bam, the door fucking hits you, and you
hard, hard, bro.
knock you out, bro.
Yeah.
Usually I'll peek through there or something. And I just got lazy, and I'm like, damn, if this guy just had like a knife or something, he'd have had me right there. Like he was that close to me. He infiltrated that bubble already. He was right there taking a step in. I'd have had to have, I would have got hurt no matter what. Even if I survived that incident, if he had a weapon, I would have got hurt.
Yeah.
I would have probably got stabbed, try and deflect it or something, and you're still going to catch it on the arm,
Or he could get you one time and then you got his hand or something,
Man, it's almost like you want somebody to try me, It's just like, man, you don't want like a deadly assassin to try but like this guy,
you don't want anybody
you can't beat.
Shit, but then you
That's the
what I'm
truth.
saying.
That's the truth. Anybody you're not confident enough off the jump. You can beat people that you think you don't want to beat.
See what you can do.
Yeah, you want to be tested. You don't want to start a fight, but you do want somebody to contest you.
That's why, like, I forgot what movie it was. Remember, like, the dude's like paying them to like try and catch him off guard, and the dude's like, pretty much like getting him, and he's just like, "Oh, nice one, sire." It's like, you've outdid me again, sire. I'll get you though.
Is that Zohan?
I don't know how. I don't know.
It's the guy from Key and Peele that's attacking him. Oh no, it's not. It's
I don't know, man.
I know who you're talking about. It's with the guy from Breaking Bad. He's the dad that comes over. The guy you're talking about is getting the girlfriend, and her dad's the guy from Breaking Bad. And the guy from Key and Peele is the assistant that just attacks him all the time, and they like do jujitsu and shit and fight out of it.
Exactly.
I know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
I forget what that's called though. Yeah.
Where he's like, do something. You're just like, take that.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
was
like,
cool. I like that idea.
I'm just be like, right. You want that, but then again, you also don't want them to kill you. But you want
Boy,
that.
that
Like you
guy
said,
wouldn't
to
kill
protect
you.
them.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
That's the whole
That's what I'm
point.
saying. But like, I mean, nice to have that luxury. But you know, it's like when you're getting really tried out here, well, sometimes it's getting to death.
Yeah, but it's better. You're training. You're training for it. So like at home, this guy gets you at any time while you're out picking a cherry, and this guy gets you, and you defend yourself, or you get got. But you keep training and training. So when it does happen, you have a familiarity of like, okay, when this happened, I do this, bam, I can get my distance. Where if you never
Muscle
practice
memory.
that, bro, you're caught off guard. You don't know what to do. You don't make the right decisions, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were like when we were talking about the monkeys with the instant like flash
Yeah,
memory.
they
it's
know
like,
what to do.
Exactly. But I mean, like
That's why I like what Jocko always says. He's like, if first thing you want to do in a fight, if you can, run. He's like, every
we're
time, if you can run, run.
we're soft right now, bro.
But even Jocko tells you, run. Like, if I can avoid a fight, I'm always going to avoid a fight.
Yeah.
Because you never know what could happen,
100%, man.
So what do I have to prove, of like, you thought about that a lot in life, where you're like, damn. You think the worst, right? You want to stand up for yourself, but you're like, well, they could kill me.
I think a lot of people have thoughts where like they'll just be walking around, just be like, they'll be angry or something, they'll just be like, I want that homeless guy to say something. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's like next thing you know, it's like this homeless guy just randomly attacks you, knocks you the fuck out. It's like
those are the best.
It's like I don't know. People feel like they are invincible, until something happens
Yeah.
close to them. They're just like, oh man, death's real. It's like they're like. I don't know why do we have that invincible mentality?
But I just always tell Kay that she's so lucky. Like with girl fighting is way different. Like I don't care what nobody says. Like how many girl fights have you watched? 1,000? How many knockouts did you see? Now think about how many guys fights you watch. 1,000? How many knockouts you see?
And we've even seen the Sharkeisha video, and she didn't get knocked out.
She didn't get knocked out.
She ate it.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, that's how I was talking about how I talked to my nephew. I'm like, look, bro, once you get up to like high school, maybe a little bit more careful on the fights you pick because everybody has knockout power. They're grown men at 11, 12th grade. Grown men. They catch you on the chin. You're going to sleep, bro. The chances are if 11th grade girls catch an 11th grade girl, it's going to be a smack. And it's not going to have power.
Everyone's just like, not me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy got hit with the T. That guy got hit with the T. He probably was saying, not me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then next thing you know, he's on Twitter or whatever telling him.
So ready to fight this guy, man. He's like, "We're gonna smack me. And
that's one of my rules, man.
He drops the can and he goes to kick it.
Oh, it was so disrespectful, bro.
Pushing it to the point where
he
wanted to get smacked.
Bro, once you did that,
he wanted to get smacked.
I thought that guy took it easy on him, bro. Like, bro, I know I always say it. And I try not to joke, bro, but the best way I could say it is I'll take your eyes.
Bro.
Like, I'll take your eyes,
I think it's hilarious because, like, every white dude does the same thing where, like, they start getting beat on. And it's like, okay.
You serious?
Like, you ever seen the one dude where, like,
I've seen them all.
It's that small white boy, he's in front of his, like
yes, I know exactly what you're doing.
With dreads.
And he's like, I'm the strongest, I'm not even the littlest motherfucker in here.
Boom. Okay, that's how you.
Okay.
That's how you.
Oh, all right. I love those.
Okay, that's okay.
I love
like, man, what the? That's what I'm saying, man. Like that guy obviously had like I remember like that one dude that we saw when we were out for Monday Night Football a couple months ago. Fellas Point.
Yep.
I feel like some people just want to get beat up sometimes, man. It's like they're going around angry at the world. They're gonna pick fights with people, and the next thing they get the fucking shit beat out of them or some shit. I mean, that guy, I mean, he didn't get the shit beat out of him, but man, I bet that fucking T hurt.
But that's one of the big problems with. That's one of the big problems with alcohol. Is you think you can fight. You might even know you can.
Oh, yeah.
Like you've lost every fight you ever been in, but now you're drunk.
Ready to go, yeah.
And I can fight.
Plus you don't feel shit.
I can fight now. Okay.
Plus you're numb.
I got better when I got drunk. But it's like on that Twisky incident, like I felt like I always try and say, like, I don't want to take advantage of somebody when they're drunk. Like I want to be like, okay, whatever. When he was doing all that, I was like, whatever. Until you do something physical, I don't want to respond physical. It was the same thing with that crazy guy that we dealt with, where it's like I wasn't gonna hit him until I felt like he was gonna get physical. He was just running his mouth.
Yep.
If you just want to run your mouth, I'd let you run your mouth. Like I feel like I'm a bigger man, in every aspect, so I can let that go in that. Once he did that thing where he dropped that T and he kicked that, bro. Now I'm not even at the point where like I'm gonna fight you. Like you've crossed 5 lines right there. That was worse than you just swinging on me, bro.
Yeah.
Like you might as well have just swung on me, and I just would have been in like, all right, I'm gonna win this fight. When you did that, bro, to me it's like some slave owner shit. Like you think I'm the ultimate bitch, bro. You think you can kick something that I'm picking up at any given time in my life, a motherfucker I don't know, and I can tell you're not even that tough of a physical challenge, bro.
Yep.
Yo, I'm gonna hurt you bad, bro. Like, I'm gonna knock you out and hit you after I knock you out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna take your eyes. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna pop your eyes out, but like, yeah, I'm gonna bust your orbitals. Exactly. Like, once I knock you out, like, mount in position, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna bust your shit open, bro. And you're gonna really wake up thinking about what you did, bro, because that is just like, I feel like that's someone coming to me like, I'm gonna fuck you in your ass. That's how I feel about what he did.
Well, I mean, and not only that, but I mean, like,
You went from
it's a white dude saying the N-word to a black man.
That was already something. That was already something. But to me, I can't judge how that feels.
Well, yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
but for me, it was like whatever. Until he did that, you go from dude, you're drunk, whatever, get out of here. To dude. Now at this point, I'm thinking about knocking you out and shoving something in your ass like a broomstick, bro. Like you're about to learn an ultimate lesson, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to shove a broomstick in
if
your
I'm
ass.
If I'm the Twisted Tea CEO, I'm making a commercial with this guy.
I love that meme. What is that meme?
Twisted Tea CEO. Should we run with this?
Should we run with this?
And I'm like, let's get this guy for a commercial, bro. That's cranberry juice. This guy, man.
Okay, I wouldn't do that, but I would do it without them. So I wouldn't do dog face style, but I would do it kind of an opposite way, where it's like, in my next commercial, I'll imitate like someone getting smacked in the face, and then like I don't know, hydration. Yeah, exactly. And they're like in Cancun, like, oh, that's perfect, right? You're in traffic. And then the guy in the passenger seat just smacks you, and next thing you know, like you're in Cancun with a Twisted Tea. Yeah, man. Hey, shut up! Holler at me, Twisted Tea. Holler at me, you know, man. Exactly. And that way, you don't even gotta pay those guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think at that point it's because public domain or some shit.
Yeah, you see their sales went up like 23%.
They don't even own the fucking video. The dude recording it technically owns the video, and he record them in a public setting.
Does he own the video? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so
does he though, or does YouTube?
Public settings. Well, did you sign the white life over to YouTube? Because we own all our masters. I don't know about y'all. 10 cent, you want to buy?
We never sold out.
But man, like I'll tell you one of the like, I mean, like we talked about in the chat, but I mean, like that fucking global banking video was just like a huge, like, I don't know, it just answered a lot. I feel like a lot of questions that I had all at once. Like, we're like, I remember I used to always contemplate currency. I'm just like, how the fuck do you, currency just doesn't make fucking sense, you know? And then this, it was just like, wow, it just makes complete sense.
That's where it gets back to where, like I always say to you, like when we really do try, every time, like I've noticed a lot, like when we're really deep in convo and we're actually trying to solve like a real big problem, it's kind of similar to what they tried to do. You know, it's like when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense how that played out. Like it was a gold merchant, and then they started writing notes, and then they kind of took of it. Like, okay, no, I get that. I could totally. That's not conspiracy. I totally see that.
Money.
That's how it played out. That's how it played out.
Back currency. Holy shit! Like
this right here is like a classic. What you're talking about with white people. Just watch this. This is a classic. Man gets slapped for saying racist things about Charleston victims. Look. A second ago, he's in his face. Now he just got bitch slapped, and look at him. It's like, okay. Okay, you won't do it again?
Bro, you see the same thing in like the Animal Kingdom, where it's just like you just see two tigers, they're just like, map, and then you see one cow, and
not going to do nothing.
You know, I mean, this is how it would work in a fucking village, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's why, bro, you gotta be.
Bro, if you can't fight to hold your opinion, you don't got much of an opinion right here.
People don't think like that in the village, bro. People don't think village style. You're so glad you can call the cops. Really, that man would take your life if you were in the village right now. Him and his buddy, they would take your life, bro, and run your pockets and take your clothes.
And the village wouldn't do shit about it.
And the village wouldn't, dude.
Got your home.
The village wouldn't know.
Your stuff's the village.
I'll bury you. I'll bury you, Steven.
The village would probably just take your shit and disperse it amongst everybody.
There's no FBI out here, brother. No. I'll bury you.
Yeah. People don't even know about lying right now.
I'll feed you. Exactly.
I've been killing people for years, bro.
I'll feed you to the lions if I want to, man. I can do whatever I want with you. I didn't know exactly what to look up to find out what we were talking about. I wish we did know.
For what?
Where he smacks the guy. He was like, "I'm the biggest guy. I'm the littlest guy in
I
here."
couldn't find it either when I searched for it, but I wasn't sure what to Google. You know, I said I love that guy that found him and was like took a picture with him. Oh man, that's something, dude. I was like, bro, like, can I get a fucking picture with you, bro? I asked that guy for a picture. Why not? See, of course, it's gonna be relevant. So this most recent video is gonna come up a lot. There's like I might be the smallest guy in this bar.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
No.
That's a good idea. Say it again, bro.
I'm the smallest guy in this bar.
I might be. Not I am.
Yeah.
Not I am. I might be.
Yeah. I feel you might get something.
The smallest. I just love that, like, we know this human.
There it is. Hey, I might be the smallest in this bar right there.
Where at?
The third one. Yeah.
I just love that we know this human on planet Earth for that quote right there. Yeah. I might be the smallest guy.
You can turn it up.
I got it.
I don't think we get pulled for this one.
Tell him we're watching. What's it called?
Just look up. Hey, I'm the smallest guy in this bar. Oh, I might be the smallest in this bar. Look that up on YouTube. Third video. Man, that shit. I might be the boom. Okay, that's how you feel. He's smacking the dog shit out of him, bro.
Oh,
he said that. Boom.
He dropped the M bomb.
He smacked 3 times.
He smacked him 3 times.
First time, okay.
I gotta hear what does he say every time? What is his first 2? I just hear the third one.
What words?
It's after the first 2 smacks. What's he say? Oh, that's how you feel?
Yeah.
That's how you feel? Yeah. The funny thing is, right?
He's still trying to play tough guy.
No, here's the funniest part, is he thought that black guy was going to give him credit. You know, like, damn, white boy, I'm glad you stood up for yourself. Yeah. That's what he thought, probably. Bro. And some people really do. Yo, I'm not trying to brag about myself, but I like to think that I'm a street smart white guy, bro. And I've been around white guys before, bro, where it's like they have no clue, you know, of like they really do have kind of like a movie image. They haven't really dealt with black people, bro. They haven't. Yeah. So when they get in a situation where like it's mainly black people, they do a little dumb shit. And that's why we come off so corny all the time, because they try so hard to be likable to them and they're not around them every day.
Exactly.
So you're around them like once and you want to be likable, like, oh, I love Dr. Dre. Sorry about his brain aneurysm.
This is the
and everybody's like, what, dude? Pass that mic.
Happy MLK Day.
Pass the fucking mic and shut the fuck up.
So, it's funny because I remember going from middle school into high school, bro. I literally chose Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, which is 99% black. And I chose it because that's the high school my sister went to. So when I didn't get into the lottery with digital, well, I ended up going to Dunbar. So I'm going to Dunbar High School.
You were never in the lottery, dude.
Whatever. I can think myself, I was in a raffle at least, you know. So I was the only. There was 3 total white people in the whole school at this time. That's crazy. Students, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I went and I was just by myself. I remember I went the first day of school. I had my little spike wristband on. You know, my little, Lincoln Park
you want
shirt.
goth?
I was chilling. I wasn't. I had some jeans.
You were pretty goth.
Some skater shoes.
You stop saying you.
White dude, bro. Just classic white dude. You know, in my Birkenstocks, my fish T-shirt. You know, and
seems like Tokyo.
Because I went and I had a lot of preconceived notions of prejudices. You know, I mean, I went to Southeast, so I mean, I was not around. This amount of black people on a daily basis. Even though I have a nephew, niece, 2 nephews and nieces that are mixed race. And, it really, I think it was probably one of the best things that happened because for one, I learned, first of all, it's an entirely different culture, first and foremost, white culture, black culture. I mean, they have their own thing, their own traditions and whatnot. And not only that, but like that it was weird because
Mm.
I remember after ninth grade they would always ask me to say the N word. They would always ask me, and I remember at one eventually I started saying it in school. I became comfortable enough saying it in school instead of just amongst my friends. And it just they just got the biggest fucking kick out of it, bro.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious. And I remember it kind of shaped like how like I would act in school, because I mean like just kind of acting a little black, and they would just think it's the funniest fucking thing. It was like I had, first of all, I didn't even have
I wish there was that one video.
I got a quarter of the joke, but like just because the way I say it and where it's coming from, I throw a little N word on the end, it just became a fucking riot, bro.
I could see that being funny.
Bro, it was.
I remember when you used to say it. It was funny.
And I remember, like it was just. I mean, it was just funny as shit.
Do you remember
Do
you remember when in Southeast, bro, when Keith and Kevin and them used to always get me to throw up Latrobe?
Yeah.
To what was the other projects they used to fight with? God damn it, I forget. Perkins Homes.
Yeah.
Right? So he's Perkins versus Latrobe, and he always be like, throw down. I was throwing up Latrobe to people in Perkins, and they thought it was so fucking funny. I don't even know where neither one of those places are. You know what I mean? I'm on the other side. I didn't even know about that until I got my job at Kaplan, bro.
Yeah, and that's I remember I come out of high school. I miss like I remember it just became a normal part of my vocabulary, bro.
Yeah,
and we have all had to eventually just shade that out of our vocabulary. It's not
not all of us.
Yeah. Oh, who you still say it?
No, but I know a couple of people that can't fight and do.
All right, I don't know many people that say it anymore, except a person that's actually racist, and I'm just like,
I know. What do you do about that? It's tough because like
you need someone. One of these people need to hear you and smack the shit out of you.
It's so
I don't know.
It's so tough with this, right? Because it's like, as a white person, I run into a lot of white people that I think are good people, but then you see hints of racism, And I go, am I supposed to just go, you know what? Fuck this. I can't even be around this. I can't support this. Or am I supposed to be like, okay, I see something good here. Let me see if I can open this person's mind. That's how I'm kind of trying to see it. I'm like, man, I run into all these white people. And if I hang around them long enough, I'll usually see something that I just don't like. Like, it's just like a hint of racism, of some kind of thing, Not prejudice like we talked about, like a type of racism, like you could a bias, And I'm like, damn, man, you were on such a roll, you were checking so many boxes, and then you went and checked this ugly ass box, Should I just go fuck you, How are those people ever gonna change if everybody says fuck them? They're gonna kind of fall more into what they already are, in my opinion. I think you gotta try to be like, hey. I remember one time I met this random person. I was able to really make some progress one time in a poker game, bro. And I forget exactly what had happened, but it was about 3 of us left, and one of the white people, they go, there's 4 of us left, and the white guy goes, well, who the fuck, if it was something along the contacts, and he's like, well, who the fuck wants to live in Africa? They ain't got shit over there, And there's a black man there with us playing poker, and he doesn't say nothing, bro. And to me, I'm just like, yo, I got 1,000 things to say right now, and this guy doesn't say nothing. And usually I'm like, okay, well, I'll assess, should I say? And I just was like, well, you know what? This guy's dumb. Not only is he racist, but he's dumb. So I'm about to school him a little bit. I start giving him some facts about how actually, Africa's the most valuable country. And, not on top of that, but everyone's an African. On top of that, anything you talk about, diamonds, oil, whatever, the most is in Africa. It really is when you look at it, just because it's so fucking large, And I was able to go through, I wasn't disrespectful, but I was just giving him the facts about Africa. And at the end, he was like, damn, guess they do have some shit, It's like, he's been around dumbass people, bro. And
no one said some shit,
listen,
bro.
even the black guy, he said that in front of the black guy, and he didn't say nothing. So now he's super backed up on that idea. Now he feels like he can tell black people that.
Exactly.
Because like, oh, that guy didn't say nothing. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying with this, like, these You got a misconception, brother. You need to speak up. You need to educate these people. And if it don't work, it don't work. Now I know you can't be educated.
You gotta expand their worldview, bro. Because I mean, like literally, it's it's a failure on the education that some of these people receive. Parents, but I mean, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you're not talking about Africa in school.
No.
One bit. You're taught it's a continent and that's where slaves came from.
Yeah.
That's what you're taught about.
And if you see pictures, it's always something negative.
Exactly.
Like people drinking out of a fucking water hut or some shit, or a starving child or something on commercial. Like people have a complete misconception of what Africa is or could be. Yep. But most people don't know that. So they just allowed this little garbage shit to be spit around.
Yep. Same thing. I mean, like, it's just you have to expand people's worldviews. You don't meet everything with violence or anything. I mean, but of course, there's clear.
There's a gray area. There's clear
indicators of like when people are malicious and when they're just ignorant. Usually you'll see them just be like, well, no one wants to live with no fucking Africans. So I might be taken differently than someone who's like, Africa don't got shit, Well, that's ignorance. You just sound hateful when you just say, right. No one's be fucking with some Africans.
Right. But as far as the violence thing goes, like I just kind of live in the gray area of that where it's like, sometimes it may be implemented to teach you a lesson and sometimes it's not. It doesn't, everything shouldn't be violence and not everything means no violence, in my opinion, Like you got to be able to know when, like, let's say we start a village, right? And we bring this person in and we catch him stealing. Do you beat his ass?
Yeah, I don't like thieves.
You beat his ass right off first time? Okay.
You betray. I mean, like,
I was expecting you not to say that.
When we talked about the village, I remember like one of the big things was like, look, no fucking thieves, man. So you don't be stealing people's shit. Just straight up. That's a huge one. Like,
right.
If you steal shit, I can't trust you on anything.
But why do you feel you need to beat his ass? You can just kick him out.
Justice.
Justice. He likes some justice. Okay. See, I thought you would say, kick him out. That's what I was really thinking.
I think so. I mean, like in this village, is like,
okay. I'm trying to think. Okay. Like, right, what about if someone just doesn't do their drawers in a day? Do you kick his ass?
I think you kick him out.
You kick him out, and he doesn't leave. You kick his ass.
Sorry, I was wrong about you.
If he doesn't leave, you kick his ass, right?
Yeah, you got to kick his ass. I'll move it physically then.
I can't call the cops. That's the whole point of this.
That's a whole different ordeal. We'll escort you out.
The whole point of this is no cops, dude.
Yeah, and then if we can't just carry you out, I guess we'll carry you out unconscious.
Another dream job I was thinking about was just like solving them manhunters. Like that show Manhunters. Like I would like to solve try to catch serial killers, bro. I think that would be cool, man. That'd be a cool job. Like I would like to be like always like in the movies. How like you go on the block and you're just like, he took 3 steps this way.
I remember Bray's been watching that show Elementary, which is just about Sherlock Holmes and pretty much in New York City in a modern setting.
Mm-hmm.
He's at crime scene, just like he's like, oh, you look at this. Oh, he's left-handed because we think he's right. He's on the right, not on the right side because obviously there's wear and tear on this side, indicating that he was a lefty. Just shit like that. Just like, of course, that's the romanticized version,
right?
Investigation, solving the puzzle, solving the mystery. Figuring this guy out.
It'd be cooler to do it with actual regular intelligence and regular abilities.
Exactly.
It would be cool, Like you catch Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
It's cool. Dahmer.
Just get some breaking the case. Get some fucking crazy breaking the case.
Well, you know how Dahmer was caught? Dahmer, I think he got away the first time. They sent somebody to the first time they sent the cop to his house from a call. And the person answered the door and like Dahmer was able to talk the cops out of it to leave. And then the second time, it was like a 15-year-old boy, bro. He ran out of that motherfucker. Was in the street butt naked, bro. Because the motherfucker was about to kill him, rape him, eat his brain.
So that guy,
Dahmer.
Kid, that wasn't that kid. He wasn't caught with that instance. The cop took that kid back to Dahmer.
Oh, do I got the time switched up?
Yeah.
Okay, I got the first incident switched to the second.
English.
Right.
Back.
Right. The second time they came to his house, right?
He killed him and ate that kid.
Right.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah. That guy, I would be surprised if you didn't kill yourself right there. I'd feel fucking.
I know. I was thinking about that the other day about how if you read like history books, it's like so many times where it's like he fought off, enemy infiltrators until they came into his bunker. At one case, he assisted in his own suicide and poisoned himself. I always think about why don't more people carry these little poison things that everybody used to carry?
Yeah.
At any given time, you're just like, kidnapping? No, fuck that. You ain't raping me.
Yeah.
I'll go out on my own terms, bitch. You know what I mean? Or some
I-
acid. How about a little acid in your pocket? You just throw on somebody at any given time.
like actual like some actual I think they throw like some like LSD at them. I'm just like, what are you doing with that?
Yeah, make them trip.
They're
And you're just like, and you make them see the air out their waist.
You make me think of-
They just change their whole life. They're just like,
It made me think of
"Why am I doing
Dale
this shit?"
from King of the Hill, which is like pocket sand.
Yes. What is this guy? But this guy, you really do, right? You got two assets. You're going to trip with your boys, but you also got your protection asset you always keep. You thought you throw your protection asset, you actually throw the other asset. And he just like starts tripping, but he's still chasing you. And he's just like, he's got a knife.
You wait his ego death.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a knife, yo. He's got a knife, and he's like, and it's still in all black and everything. He's just like, he just stops. He's like, hey. I'm sorry, man. I don't know why I'm doing this. Can I get you lunch? Something like that. It's not like the superhero just goes, bro. That could literally be. If you're talking about on Netflix, they can have a fucking, a show where an ass is a mouth and a mouth is an ass. Then you can definitely have a show where a guy just goes around microdosing people on the low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just changing the city.
just ego death all over the
Dude, I put LSD in the coffee at fucking IHOP. What's up?
LSD in the water supply, bro.
LSD in the water supply. That's big. They might shut that down. But if I catch you, like, you know what I mean? They might be like, well, we're definitely tripping for the water. But if I catch you like in multiple spots, like I put it in the IHOP one day, you know what I mean? And then, I just put it in the wishing well another day. And then I drop some in you drop some in the water at Six Flags. You get a bunch and you drop into water Six Flags. That's what I was thinking about. How cool. You think there's like a real
LSD Joe?
You think there's a real like Walter from Breaking Bad? You think there's like really a guy that like is a real like chemist and he's cooking up meth?
Yeah.
Illegally.
That's how, man,
that's
how you make meth.
Do you think he's also a school teacher though?
No. I think when you see those types of
A
chemists,
professor?
you see some like real like actual like cartels and like Yakuza Russian.
They just hire a
mobster type
scientist.
shit, where like
And I'll pay you more.
Exactly.
I'll pay you $1 million.
Exactly.
They only pay you $200,000.
Yeah. You make the drugs. You don't get your
Make my
hands dirty,
drugs.
get hella money. I mean,
You ever watch all Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
It's good, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
That was like, man, bro. I watched that show. I've been watching the show ridiculously. Like,
Yeah.
like it was just
Yeah,
stupid.
same. I watched that bitch in like 2 weeks, bro. I loved it.
Yep.
Every episode.
Every
Kept me interested.
second of it.
Loved
And that was the thing, bro. I would sit there and watch fucking a season in like 2 days.
The only other time I felt like that was even Sons of Anarchy had a lot of filler, but Band of Brothers, bro. That's the only other thing that ever made me feel like that, where it was like always like some dialogue that I liked, or some action going on, or some plotting.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like the last one. I mean, like it's an animated show, but like Avatar: Last Airbender. I think that's a fucking
Love it.
amazing. I mean, I could literally watch that whole the whole thing in like a one sitting probably. I just love that. That's just such a good show. Has some filler, but still, I will continue. I will watch that.
Lately,
show all
we've
the
been
fucking
fucking
time, man.
addicted to I've been watching all Survivor shows, dude. That's all I watch now. But Kay actually put me with Survivor, which I just never watched. So we went all the way back from like season 1, bro. It's actually pretty cool, bro, when you really think about have you ever watched it? Have you ever watched like a season?
No.
Check it out with Bray or something if you ever get a chance,
All
bro.
those
Just
shows are like
watch
ones I would just dismiss when I was younger. And just
me
give
too,
up,
bro. That's how I was. I was like,
probably need to
nah.
go back and
It's
watch
too
them.
long. Like I was like, it's too long and shit, but it's actually cool, bro. Like when you watch as an adult on the system they set up, because you go there, it's 8 and 8 when you first get there, and you battle for things. You're able to bring one thing, but you're supposed to like set up your own camp.
Right.
You don't get like free food. You have to win food. They give them one supply, so it's either like rice or cornmeal and shit. And the cool thing about it is that the people vote off their own people. Like there's a lot of shows where like they send 2 people to like a challenge and their battle. And this one, it's just votes.
Yeah.
And really, if you think about it, the more I was thinking about it, it's like that's really is how it would be in a tribe, right? Because they're voting off who they see as strong, right? They're voting off someone they see as, oh, this person can win, right? So then think about this. If I was going to vote someone off, which would really mean kill you in the tribe, right? Because that's kind of how they try to portray it.
Yep.
I would never tell you. I would talk to everybody else. Like, hey, we all got a problem with Steve, right?
You find
I'm
that
not going to give you a heads up, right?
No.
And next thing you know, they're at tribal council and somebody doesn't even think they're going home and they get crossed, or something like that. And it doesn't matter. It could be the strongest man. 3 women vote for you. You got 3 votes, you're going home. It doesn't matter. That would just be like, if 3 women wanted you dead, you're going to go to sleep sometime. You're going to get lazy. You're going to relax at some point. And if 3, it could be the weakest 3 women that you keep talking shit about, bro, and they slice your throat,
Yep.
It's simple as that. I really like the show, man. You should check it out.
Yeah, I definitely check it out.
And the cool thing is, right, so once they get, so you start with 8 and 8. Once they get down to 8 people, from there, every person that's eliminated goes onto the jury. And that's who decides who wins the game out of the final 2. So it's really, so the people you vote off are the people that vote for you or another person to win.
Yeah.
That's just a cool idea.
And that's like the one thing I really like one of my favorite game shows when I was a kid, I was watching The Weakest Link, because at the end of the round, everyone makes their vote, and then she's just like, why did you vote them? And it's like, well, Karen was like very slow on the last 3 questions, and they really got justified. Sometimes,
That's how they are on that show, because a lot of physical challenges. So right away they're like, we can't even have the old people, or we're not going to win nothing. If you watch the Netflix one, season 8 they got on there. That's the one that got me hooked on it, bro. They got this one guy, Tony, and he's a dirty bitch, bro, but it just was so fun to watch him. You're just lying, bro. Just lying like shit, bro. And people believe in him, to the point where he's getting people to do other shit because he's lying to someone about something else. He's telling them whatever they want. He's like swearing on his kids, bro. They're like, swear on your kids. He's like, I swear on my kids. Pinky promises something, bro, and votes them all. Look, he's a cop, right? There's another cop on there that she's like, blue blood all the way to the end. He's like, blue blood. He's like, cops honor, and I don't just say that. Vote.
Bro, it's a Survivor, bro.
Survivor, boy. Survivor, don't believe me. And like
game show.
And like
game show, man.
And the thing, right? And the thing, so like they give him like, they're send you this thing that's
Come on.
I just love this guy, right? You hate him, but you're like, damn, this motherfucker like does not care, Like they send you this thing that's like the mission. Every time, like every 3 days you get a mission, they send you this thing. And like he's the first one to see it for the first time. And he realizes it's a riddle that takes him to like these idol things, like these necklaces, to where people can't vote him off. So every time that these things come for the rest of the game, he's running over to them to get them first so he can open them with like nobody looking and read the clue, drop it and go right and get the idol. And he does it 4 times and none of them even know because he just keeps lying, bro. At one point he doesn't have one and he's just like, I got an idol and I'll use it for you. Tonight, if they vote for you, I'm going to use my idol for you. And they vote for him. He don't even got an idol. So it's like, he's just so dirty, bro.
Oh, my God. I love it.
But it made the show so interesting. You know what I mean? You're just like, is this motherfucker going to go all the way doing this? And people were like, you swore on your kids. The cop's like, blue blood. You say he's like my wife. He's like, my wife's a cop. I'm a cop. I got 10 years. She got 8 years. She's like, yeah, I've been a cop for 6 years. She's like, I don't, we sit together and shit like that. Just fucks him over, bro.
Bro, I love it though, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that type of game show, that type of setting, where it's like, look, this is part of the game. This is part of the rules, man. I can do this shit.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to do this, man. And
But they know that there's a jury at the end of the people they're voting off, right? So you don't want to vote off people that hate you at the end. You get what I'm saying? So at the same point, you're trying to be like ethical. So like some people will be like, they got alliances, but they're like, tell them like, look, we're going to vote you off tonight because they're trying to like, look, hey, you're going to be in a jury. I'm trying to be ethical. I gave you a heads up, like little dumbass shit like that, because those people are going to decide if you second place is 100 grand, first place is $1 million. There's a big gap. You know what I mean? So you want them people to vote for you, yo.
Yeah. See, I mean, like, if I got to get out that way, I would definitely go vote for that guy, man. Just be like, man, just open my mind.
You have to watch it, bro.
Is that his name, Tony?
Yeah.
Tony Vlachos?
This guy
Becoming king.
This guy's the man.
God.
Let's see if I can just...
Did he win?
I didn't want to show you that part, but obviously you do. Oh, it sucks I can't do it fast forward. She calls him out and he lies at first, bro.
A cop? As a
She's
cop?
the other cop. And she's like, I got cop dar, you know? I know you're a cop. And he's like, I'm not a cop. And then he ends up telling her, like, yeah, she called him right there, too. How do you know that? It's just so funny. Yeah, he's from Staten Island. It's just funny. This is my favorite thing about him. He spies. He's so scared because he's doing all this scheming. So when people walk away, he wants to know what they're saying. So he sets up these spy shacks so he can watch people when they talk.
Look at this
It's
guy,
so funny,
man.
bro. You see him like all throughout the show. He's like hiding in the bushes, like watching people and shit.
This guy, village threat.
Yeah, you gotta take him out early, bro.
Yeah.
Look, see, this is when he finds the idol, and from there he just like gets them all basically. He just steals them. Usually people will read the clue out loud and everyone will go search for it. But he just read the clue. You know what I mean? Look at him. He goes down there and finds it.
Look at this guy, man.
Listen. That's the part I'm trying to get to. Yeah, we're watching Tony Vlacho's Best Moment Survivor. I can't say what it is. Cayenne, check it out, bro. Shout out to Tony. Oh, my bad. That's what it was. What did he lie right there? I don't remember that part. Really, he has it. He just lied about that. He pulled another finesse like this too. At the end, he had two idols.
And these guys just
I know, bro. And at the end, right, he's got two idols, and he's on the last episode that before you can use them no more. So he tells the other people, "Oh, I can use this to the next episode." Every other season before that, you couldn't. But he tells them that, and they're just like, "He's got an idol. We can't vote for him." Because then the votes don't matter, you know? So it's like, he just lies. And then once he uses the one, he's like, can't use this. So here you go. It's like,
I gotta watch this shit, man.
He just lied about that to make Jeremiah an enemy.
What a great game show, huh?
Yeah, it's bro. It got 20 seasons, Steve. So obviously you can see, like you said, I neglected it when I was younger because you're like, that's older people shit. But Kay watched it all her life with her grandma, and she's always like, watch it. I watched this season, and I was like, bro, this shit's awesome. And every season's been great, bro. It's just cool seeing people fuck each other over. That's really the best part, you know? Just like, I got you, dog.
Look at that idol.
Yeah. He's definitely a personality, man. I want to see him on like All Stars match or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna work again.
So like they get rice basically to survive that whole time, but they get other food, but that's their main food. Yo, the one bitch on this episode, like the first day, poured out all their rice, bro, and they didn't vote her off because they looked at her. They were like, "This bitch is so weak. Like she was so weak in the challenges. They keep her around because they know they can beat her,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like you would on a village. Like
Yeah.
if you weren't all lovey dovey, you would be thinking like that too. Like, I'm gonna keep some people around here that I can beat. You don't want threats. You don't want
Exactly,
Tonys.
yeah.
You know."
What the fuck?
We'll watch this Survivor. Sorry, people.
Oh man.
Oh,
I mean, this is like a cool. This shit's cool. Man. I love shit like this.
Look, this is one of my favorite parts. He's right over there.
Spy Shack. That's not being my most confused.
He kept saying it the whole time. He's like, I don't know why nobody was thinking this. I don't know why I was thinking this. Like, he already knew the game, so he's playing it like to win it.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, this motherfucker's dirty. But when you watch more seasons, you see like, oh, you want people to play the game.
Yeah.
Because you're running these motherfuckers. Like one guy was like, I'm gonna do an alphabetical order of people I vote for because I can't stand to vote for someone. It's like, motherfucker, you came in for $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
You better send a
outta here, bro.
motherfucker home.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro.
You got a Spy
love
Shack.
it. Oh, that's a super idol. So he made it like you can make other people. It's a lot of shit you can do. You gotta watch it. There's like one part where like he goes out into the woods and he's like, look, I'm gonna turn on this girl as soon as we get back here tonight. I'm gonna vote on her. And she just goes back, that girl Cass. She just goes back and tells everyone. Like Tony said he's gonna turn on you. And he's like, you're so stupid. You're out of here. You're gone now. You secured your own faith, you know? And then it's her. She hates him because like he's the only one that does the talking. And like when they all go, he always follows them, but he can go off and be by himself. He's like running shit.
Yeah.
But they all just allow it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You got to stand up and be like, look.
I was gonna say they're sitting there. He's just like, oh, Jeremy, here you go. And
yeah.
Like, what? No, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, no, we're all. Read that motherfucker out loud. You ain't choosing. Who said that? He's just so funny. I want to keep. I don't want to keep going through it, but definitely check it out, man. It's funny as shit.
I'm gonna watch it, bro. I'm trying to get. I think if I get break, get a couple of episodes, get hooked real quick.
Yeah, it's just cool to watch that, and then like if you want something to watch yourself, I like that Alone show a lot, man. I've been learning a lot from that,
show's
bro.
Cool as fuck, man. Yeah.
Yo, so what are you thinking, man? When are we gonna go? I want to go like late February.
I'll be ready to go. Man.
I think that's good,
I'm
right?
ready.
Early
I'm
March.
ready yeah. 100%.
Not too cold.
Because I don't think I mean, like we don't have much to get really. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get the bag, get bladder real quick. Maybe a couple of little things here and there just in case. Maybe
go half on the tent.
Exactly.
I already got a sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag. I'm getting one.
Yeah,
so I'll have those three things. I'll have the bag, I'll have the bladder, and then I'll have the thing. I want to get a gravity filter because I don't know. You know, I'm not sure what to do about water. I mean, we still got.
I'm getting a life straw.
Oh,
I'm getting a life straw. It's only $17.
Yeah, exactly.
So
man.
get a life straw, try it.
Yeah.
And then that's like the one Survivor I'm watching now, bro. It's the coolest spot they ever been in Africa. But yo, they don't have no fresh water, bro. They have to go to like it's a muddy pond, yo, and they have to take the water and boil it for 5 minutes in these big ass kettles a mile away, yo, to drink water, bro. And everybody's like, one woman just would not drink it, yo. She's like, it tastes like tar, and everybody's like, it tastes bad, but if you want a chance to win, you gotta
Drink some
eat it, you
goddamn
know.
tar water.
Where like
bitch.
none of them like that. Like Tony's episode, they had a fresh water thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like there was one episode on that one, bro, where they played for 100-gallon fresh water tank, yo. And like, you know, they're both going through the same issue, yo, and you just know how much you want that bitch, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, it was enough water for everybody to drink a gallon a day for the rest of the time. Because only like 36 days. Where in like that show alone, that can go as long as 2 people go, bro. One people want like 190 days.
Yeah. That's savage shit, man.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
fucking savage shit,
Thriving.
man.
I'm not surviving. I'm thriving.
Oh my god.
That's why I've been trying to look up a lot about like gutting fish and shit like that, bro. I'm trying to learn that. It doesn't seem that hard.
No, it doesn't. It
I
really
think
doesn't,
we
man.
could get a fish.
I think we could gut it straight up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm down for February. Let's start looking at dates. We can put in time off, I guess. You know, early.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to go when it's a little bit warmer. That's what I say. I don't want to go January.
February's
You
gonna
know?
be cold though.
Feb-
We'll be
That's what I say.
cold.
Late February. I was hoping.
Late February still be cold, bro.
Late
It'll still
March?
be cold. Late March, I feel like maybe. I want to get.
What about?
Come on, bro. It's cold. Are we doing that, man?
What
It's
about-
cold?
And I just you talked me out of it. I just told you February. And you talked me out
I'm
of
worried
it.
about you being cold.
I said late February. I said late February.
I'll go in January.
You don't give a shit about cold.
Bro,
You don't give a shit about cold, bro.
Bro, we're going to go be in the elements, bro. If we're gonna be out there, we're gonna be tested.
Yeah, but
cold's
your
gonna be
body's the best at 98.6.
Cold's gonna be the harshest, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a test. You know, I think it'll be yeah, man. I think it'll be definitely. I don't care, cold, hot.
I think late February is not that bad, man. I think only like December, January is bad.
I'll go, bro.
To me, March is spring.
I mean, like
summer.
I don't want like a. I mean, to be honest, like it's like a 60-degree nice day. Like it just does. It just seems weird. Like, I'll go. I don't care about the weather, man. You know?
I just like nighttime, bro. If that shit can get down, you know. I mean, we're gonna make it warm inside, obviously. We're having a fire, yeah.
Good, man.
But like, man, you're shit. I mean, that should get down to 20 degrees, you know. Not easy to sleep in 20 degrees.
It's not, bro.
And then sometimes you get too hot and you start sweating, bro. Now you got an issue. Now you got an issue, Steve.
And now we got to deal with it, bro.
Better know how.
We got 2 more days out here,
Better
bro.
know how.
You got 2 more days out here, bro. Got to raise that core temperature.
I gotta go, brother.
You know?
I'm going for help.
You know?
I was thinking, what I was gonna say is like definitely do that, but we could grab all our shit. Let's do a little pre-trial. Let's just pack up how we would pack up for that trip and go just for a day hike. Just to see how it feels, you know, like
for like some long time, you know, some distance.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like, you know, 8 miles, something like that. You know, go out to where we maybe set up a camp, try to cook something real quick, you know, see how it all works. Maybe learn a little bit, you know, a little pre
get on that AT trail real quick, then, bro. We get there real quick.
Oh, no, I thought that was where we were going to do our big trail for sure.
Oh, yeah,
that's the only spot you can.
Where else we can do a campfire and start cooking shit?
The full walk is like 42 miles. I think
Yeah.
we could do that in 3 days.
I think so too, man. I'm not sure though.
All right.
You know, I think you can do. I mean, what's that?
10 miles a day.
Roughly 15-ish. You know,
The one is 36. The one's 42. I mean, 36. You could definitely.
that whole bitch, bro. Well, so this is the thing. I mean, I could probably get Bray to drop us off, pick us up. You know.
Yeah, drop us off one side, pick us up on the other side.
Exactly.
Maybe Kay and Bray do one or other.
Exactly. Do you? So I mean, like, I mean, so we're gonna bring phones and stuff. I mean, like.
But try to avoid them. But you know what sucks is I wanted to take pictures.
I want to take
videos, cool pictures.
I want to take videos and pictures,
but
bro.
I don't want to be on my phone too.
We're not gonna be on the phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like,
what about if we got something that recorded the whole
time?
time?
Picture of the shelter I built, bro. I'm gonna take a picture of the shelter I built.
Yeah, maybe we should. How about we
get
get a disposable camera?
That works.
Why can't we? Right? Why don't we get this?
Can you still buy those?
Yeah,
I haven't seen those in forever.
You can get a disposable camera, bro.
I haven't seen those in forever, bro.
You can get a disposable camera. Yeah, buy them all the time.
Phone now.
Buy them all the time. I just think to help keep us off the phone, you know?
Bro, we're not gonna be walking on the phone, bro.
You might not have reception.
Exactly. What are we gonna do on our phones?
Because that's what I was thinking about with a fish. I'm like, all right, we can get a fish and then we could just YouTube how to do it and like literally watch it as it goes. But what if we don't have? I could download it before we go.
Yeah, and then
have it.
Yeah, you could do
I
that.
could download it before I go and then have that.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, like, I don't imagine we'd be walking through this forest on our phone. I don't think we'll get at a campfire and start looking at our phone, bro. I think we're gonna be busy out there, bro. We don't. We might
Yeah.
spend an hour making a fire trying from
If we're trying
natural start, bro.
if we're
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
make
saying?
36 miles in 3 days,
That's what I'm saying.
we're
We're
busy
gonna be
walking.
busy, you know what I'm saying? And like,
I mean, how fast can you walk 10 miles?
I don't know.
I'm
I've
thinking
never
like,
walked 10 miles.
I mean, I can walk pretty fast, but I would try to pace myself, right? Because you want to use your calories appropriately.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I would think like if I run a mile in, 9
3-day
minutes
backpacking
roughly,
trip.
maybe 15. Let's say it's 20 minutes a mile. That's still not crazy. That's like 2 hours of walking a day. That's not crazy.
Nope. I think we can get it done. And I mean, even when we're setting up camp and settling in, because I mean, like, say it's still before
I
daylight
can't wait to
savings.
crack some beans.
It's getting dark early. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably start settling in. Like
Yeah.
7.
That's
then
late.
Before it's too dark.
That's dark.
Exactly. 6, 7, 5. We gotta start setting up camp. for the deal,
5, yeah.
You know,
6 o'clock, it's dark, bro.
Just dropping no. We gotta get 4 more miles,
Oh,
Steve.
dude, I'm gonna
We gotta
say
get 4 more
so
miles.
many things like that, Steve. I'm saying
Awesome
all
things.
type of
Come on, bro.
Red Dead things, bro.
What the last time we were out Deep Creek and we went to Swallow Falls before we dipped off, we started going. Me, Tyler, Grant, and we were all going off trail and shit. I was taking them all over this bitch. We went the wrong way towards the falls. I was just like, bro, we're out here. We're in this bitch. I'm geeky. I'm just like, you see this moss?
Oh, we're definitely gonna be like that.
Is that bear shit?
So I was thinking maybe that Saturday.
Picking up with my hands.
I smell it.
Bear shit.
Fresh dong. Dong. You gotta say dong.
Dung.
When you're out there,
Exactly,
dung, right?
yeah.
Dung.
Is that bear dung?
But I picture like, man, Saturday, like maybe, we got there Friday, we get a nice couple miles in, we get, our 10 miles in, set up camp. Either that day or Saturday, I want to get a little trippy out there, man.
This is Ulysses katana. It's a native plant. It's edible. This is not the best tasting.
I do want to try shit like that, though. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. That's why it's kind of cool to have your phone, because you could be like, can I eat this berry?
Yeah. Although not, I mean, like, we just gotta learn to identify this stuff, bro. I mean, like, I don't think we'll be able to.
But how do we learn that
on our first time? I think that's something that you need to get a book on native plants.
But I think that's harder for me. My mind doesn't really work like that. Like,
from
I'm
my
gonna look at it in a book
understanding-
and then I'm gonna go watch it in nature. I'm more of a like bam comparison type of guy. Like, oh yeah, that is that. Now I
you get
know.
pictures in the books,
Right, but you're not bringing a book with you.
I mean, it might be good just to read through and try and, I don't know, man. I'm not sure how. I mean, you can watch videos on the native plants and the edible plants and native to Maryland and whatnot.
Yeah, you would look up like edible plants on Appalachian Trail, and then you would screenshot all that, and then you would just. And if I don't see that 5 or 6, I ain't eating it.
They have some apps, but I'm not sure how reliable they can be.
I have a book about that bushcraft. I have bushcraft in 101. Yeah,
but I do
bushcraft 101. Yeah. Yeah, same thing. But it's like, am I gonna sit there and try to find every single thing where I could just Google and they'll find it for me?
Yeah, and I want to explore. I want to try and catch.
I can't wait to crack some beans. I want to crack some beans and put them in a pot. I got some shit to show you.
I mean, I want to try and make a snare.
Wow, that'd be cool.
But I don't for animals. I don't want to execute one. I just want to try and make one.
See, I feel wrong.
Out of trees.
What if you catch a rabbit?
I'm not trying to catch anything.
Why are you okay to execute a rabbit though? And I mean,
I'm not trying to catch a rabbit.
Why would you kill a fish though?
I want to get a snare. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you kill a fish and not a rabbit?
I mean, we gotta try and gut a fish, bro. I'm sorry, we're gonna try and gut a fish.
But we're gonna try and skin a rabbit.
I'm trying to skin a rabbit, but I just want to go out and try and make a snare. I don't want to try and catch anything with it yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say anything about killing the rabbit.
I feel like if you catch something though, it's like
a snare. I mean, but I don't want to go out and have it.
It's almost scary.
I want to go take the stick and then just be like, boom! Look at this fucking snare, bro. Look at that, man. Snare.
Oh, you just want to make a snare?
Yeah, that's all I said, bro. I just want to make a snare.
Well, you don't know if it works then until you catch something.
That's what I'm saying. You get this. That's what I'm saying. But like, you go poke it real quick. Like, okay, it seems like it works. Then eventually next time we go out there, maybe try to catch a fucking rabbit and eat it, bro. I don't fucking know.
It's weird. It's
but
weird
I
saying
want to try and get a
it?
fish, bro. I want to try and get a fish. I want to try to learn to get a fish. You won't learn to get a fish.
But we're way more comfortable like taking something out of the water.
I'll kill a rabbit.
You'll kill a rabbit?
I'll kill a rabbit, yeah, for sustenance.
It's chicken, right? I mean, it's basically chicken.
I mean, I mean, I've never caught and killed a wild game animal.
Rabbit.
But I will put out a snare. Have to catch a rabbit.
Would you eat a fox? They probably got rabies.
I don't think, because you don't. I mean, certain animals they just don't. They're not technically edible because they're just really, really game. I mean, like,
how would you?
So foxes are scavengers. Are
right.
typically really
how would you feel about like getting a bird?
I mean, pheasant is just pigeon. Is what
Would you
pheasant
try and like
is,
maybe
you know?
crack
I'd eat
a bird with a rock?
Eat a bird, yeah.
Should we bring a bow?
I would like to bring a bow, but I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
I don't want to just go out there and start shooting things. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Well, we want to learn.
I mean, like,
We can't learn it all at once.
that's what I'm saying. We're going out of time. You have a goal of wanting to gut the fish. I'm like, I'm down with that. We can gut a fish. You know, I want to build a shelter and I want to try and make a makeshift snare. You know,
I
Try
like
and
all
fit in
that,
with it,
and I
you
want
know?
to add the one thing that we said before: try and build a raft if we see water. I just want to try. We got
Yes,
time.
that'd be
Let's
cool.
try.
Exactly. Let's get some wood together. Let's make some rope as a fucking tree bark. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Exactly. Some vine.
Exactly.
Wrap this
bro.
motherfucker up.
Try to make a shelter real quick. I'm trying to do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then we might get out there. We might just be walking all the time. And we might barely have enough time to do it all. I don't know yet. You know, I'm not sure how much time.
If we don't have time to chill, then we're just slow to walk down. We'll take miles off the walk or something. Because I want to have time to embrace nature more than anything. It's about the nature more than the walk.
Exactly. You know, yeah. You're right. I was thinking about
you know what I mean? I'm not.
I also want to complete the trail. You know,
I think I can run that. You know what I mean? I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Obviously not 36 miles once. You know what I mean? But I know we can do that. I know it can be done.
It's more about the shelter, the fire building,
Yeah.
scratch. You know, what I'm
dude,
saying?
a shelter, dude. That's
Yeah.
something to behold.
Exactly. You know,
Even if it's a makeshift weak wood, that's something to behold.
100%.
A fire. I mean, I'd just be starting a fire by flint would be impressive to me. It's a start, you know.
I mean, I do, but I want to try from like trying to make that little bow thing.
That's hard to do, bro. Been watching a lot of Survivor. They don't usually start fires like that. You know how they start fires? Magnifying glasses.
But you know, you don't have that. You do that bow thing. You know what I'm saying?
We bring a magnifying glass though. That's not cool.
Bro,
Yeah, I would
we need to start fire from like what nature has out there, bro. We gotta try
I get that. I do. Okay, I do want to try that.
We
but
bring stuff just in case.
A magnifying glass is so easy though. You know, like I'm saying, like you could literally anytime, like say we're in the future, anytime we're going anywhere, you would just be like, hey, bring a magnifying glass. Like if that was what we knew, we learned magnifying glass to build fire. We're past the rope idea. We're just gonna always bring a magnifying glass when we go out. You know,
you never know though. You need to. I just want to learn to be able to just do a fire with what I got. You know, I can find in the
I'll try it, but I think it's gonna be hard. Like I really do think it's gonna be super hard, bro.
But people, I mean, people make fire before.
Not a lot of people do it,
bro. But
it's more likely of the rock idea. The two rocks that spark.
We'll try anything. I don't know.
But you can't just grab random rocks.
We'll try to make a fire, bro.
You can't just grab two rocks. You gotta have two special rocks.
You take a knife out there, you sharpen one of those sticks, you get some tree bark, you put the bone.
You see, they do the thing too. They do the between the narrow thing. They do the thing
kind of cut out over top the.
They get smoke. They always get smoke. But that cherry's hard to get
into the tinder,
and then you just baby it.
And Bear Grylls
SOS.
You put it in the teepee, the triangle of sticks.
Yes, and you build rocks around it. You put rocks around it, and now you got a little bonfire. And we tell a story. And now we tell a story.
Listen, I'm not going out here with the mentality that we're going to succeed at everything we do.
Should we bring an instrument?
I'll bring some bongos.
Just one little instrument. Bring a bongo. Yeah. I'll bring one little instrument, a harmonica or something.
About the singing, bro. Hey,
that's so cool.
Whoever's coming, bro.
Oh, we're gonna get trippy. We're gonna get in touch with, dude. I want to talk to like native spirits, dude.
Bro, I just want to feel it, bro.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Let's get some food, bro. Thank you all for checking us out, man. We're going on a trip. End of February. We're going on a trip.
It's what's going down.
The manliest of manliest that we can possibly do and possibly think of. We will be trying it.
We're gonna learn some real skills, man.
We will let you people know. Man, what if we document the whole thing? We just document the whole thing and then we upload it.
That's what I'm saying. I want to take pictures. I mean, like if I get a shelter, if I build a shelter,
GoPros are expensive.
You know, and it's like if you start getting extra something going, just be like, I'll take a video of you hitting the fire going real quick, bro, from scratch. You know
That's cool. All right, we're gonna take some videos. All right, we're gonna take some videos, people. Love you all. Thank you for checking this out. Stay safe. Watch out for the damn DC. Fuck them all.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe.